So, Yusu and Sable, take it away. All right, everybody. Welcome back. We're having just a little bit of tech things going on right now, but while we are getting that sorted, I'm back to have a nice little chat with y'all. So, did you know, in fact, that this marathon does support Malala Fund? Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. They believe local educators and activists are best suited to address the problems girls face in their communities. Malala Fund invests in their work and collective power to create change, hold leaders accountable, and give girls the tools they need to advocate for themselves. From supporting STEM education for young women in Pakistan to creating safe learning spaces for girls in northern Nigeria, your gift today is an investment in Malala Fund programs that directly benefit girls. And there's so many things you can do with these donations today, y'all. We do have that pet cam. Again, this little pause right now is a great time to get in a few more donations because that just means you're going to have more of this Last Guardian run where you can see the pets. They are very cute. You're going to want to see them. With that, let's read a few more donations. We have $136 from Qualthos with no comment, but thank you very much for that donation. We have $25 from Brimber, who says, "Love me some GDQ. Keep up the good work. Less than 3. We have, our friend Anonymous. We love our friend Anonymous, and they've really been coming in here strong today with some donations. So they are not leaving comments, but Anonymous has come in here with $25, with $10, with $25, and with $15. Thank you to our dear friend Anonymous for helping out and really keeping this marathon going. Speaking of keeping the marathon going, did you all know we have another bonus game incentive today? That's right, more bonus games equals more Flame Fatales. And that bonus game is an Elden Ring any percent run. And to get that in the schedule for today, we actually need $80,000. We are sitting... Oh, we're so close to 65,000, y'all. Can we just get that real quick so I can just be like 65,000? But if we get 80,000 by tonight, we are going to see an Elden Ring any percent run happening. As you know, that game very not broken. Nothing to see here. No shenanigans. There might be some shenanigans, y'all. So, that is something you can donate for tonight and hopefully get that in the schedule as long as you get those donations in. And I've just gotten word that we are ready to try this again with our Last Guardian any percent run. So let's take it away, Sable and Usurpering.
Hello again everyone, I'm Usurpering, I am a runner of this game. I am also the owner of Sindri, the cat, and he is currently on my desk, but if you want to unlock that cat cam, you better get down and donate. Sable is to my left or right. Hello, Sable.
Howdy. Thanks for having me. I am a runner of The Last Guardian. This is one of my favorite games, so it's very nice to see this at Flame frame fatales, and in support of the Malala Fund. So we're going to have a good time racing here, and we are joined by our commentator, Jade. Take it away, Jade.
Hello, I'm Sunbrojade, or you can call me Jade. I'm really excited for you guys to see Yusu and Sable. They're very, very talented at this game, and it's going to be a really close race.
All right, well, as long as everything is looking good, I think we are ready to go with a countdown. Yuzu, are you on the start the game?
Yeah.
Alrighty. In that case, we can start this any percent run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And 15 seconds of loading screen. Good God. Alright, you're going to hear me spamming triangle to get a nice jump as soon as I load in the game.
I very briefly panicked that this Trico was painted some absolutely absurd colors.
Mine's still blue from last time, and I'm still wearing the blue robes from last time, so it's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So for people who may not have played this game ever, came out in 2016, it is the Last Guardian for PlayStation 4. This is Trico. He is our companion friend. So we just kind of woke up in this cave. We kind of skipped a cutscene where the boy, wakes up and just like, where am I? And so we need to get Trico to kind of like trust us, and he's kind of hurt at the moment, so we had to like remove his spear, and now we have to feed him some treats and stuff so that he will love us, and then he's going to help us throughout the entire run, so that's going to be great.
Yeah, Trico is essentially a sentient, friendly, fuzzy platform that we are going to use to solve a lot of our puzzles. And we'll be nice to him, pulling out spears and stuff that get stuck in him, taking care of him, hopefully. And maybe, if he decides to, he will maybe listen sometimes to what we ask him to do.
Sometimes, yeah. So Trico's AI is actually like very complex and complicated, and we still don't quite understand some parts of it. And the entire run, we're trying to like get him to do what we want by like sometimes doing subtle AI manips and sometimes just hoping and praying. And you're gonna see like a difference between like behaviors in certain segments. We're also gonna have like fights coming up as well later on during the run. That Trico will have to be involved in, and like everything in those fights tend to be RNG based on Trico's like behavior, position, what attacks he chooses to do. But this segment here is like pretty like bread and butter, I'd say. So we just have to like make sure that we're feeding him the barrels, like have our camera looking at him. If my camera's looking away at Trico, he won't actually eat the barrels. He'll just kind of stare at it and like growl at it, which wastes like a few seconds. So luckily I got no like barrel growls, I guess. Even though my movement's a little bit sloppy.
I had a boy that didn't want to vertically climb. He just shimmied for a while.
So when we do throw these barrels as well, we have to make sure we're throwing them into that kind of dip in the ground with all the tiles on them. If they're too far away from Trico, he will not be able to like eat it. And instead he'll like kind of peck it with his muzzle. Oh, let me get the collar.
We would like you to know that the muzzle is the official term for the Trico beak. The beak muzzle.
So yeah, Trico's mouth is like a cross between a beak and a muzzle. Like it's like beak shaped and has like the beak colors. But he also has, like a nostrils that flare and a bit of like soft tissue on the sides of the mouth, like a muzzle. So yeah, some weird anatomy on Trico, and I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot more about Trico's anatomy later. It will come up. It always comes up.
And
that was fun, menacing.
In that fun cutscene that we did get to skip, we got to see that the boy actually does not start with the tattoos, but does get them after being swallowed by Trico.
And we actually have like one of the hardest like skips in the game coming up, which is like a near frame perfect jump as well, off like the side of like this cube. You need to like a perfect jump on the edge of a platform, and then you get like a temporary boost, and if you aim that right, you get a boosted jump, which will take me to where like I want to go. So good luck with the jump, I guess.
Yeah, because I've totally gotten that anytime in the last 6 months.
To be fair, I
believe
got
in
it
both
last.
of you.
I got it first try last time I did a run, which was
Nice.
on the 50. No, I don't remember anymore, to be honest. It was sometime early this month, so I just need to line myself up here. So that was a boost, but my angle was completely off. So we're trying to launch ourselves off the corner of this cube. And this jump saves like 35 seconds if you do it first try.
The whole
But it's
purpose
very
here
precise.
is to avoid waiting for Trico. That's why it saves the time.
Yeah, so I got it third try. So you're
Nice.
gonna see a difference between me and Sable's screens now. So even though I did get it third try and not first try, you're gonna see like I guess we're gonna be switching places a little bit. Actually, that's the right number. No, I would like to restart my checkpoint, please. So one thing we do in the speedrun of this game is that we restart checkpoints for a variety of different reasons. So at some points of the game, just like this one we did here, it's going to advance the game state. So me resetting the checkpoint in that tunnel means that I don't have to crawl all the way through the tunnel, and I can just reload where I need, like in the next section, kind of. We're going to crawl back through the tunnel so you can see how much time that will save. So I'll save like 10 seconds on that checkpoint alone, and we also checkpoint like after fights to put Trico back into like a neutral state, because Trico, like a normal animal, has like emotions that you need to like pander to and cater towards. So Trico gets angry, upset, anxious, you know, we have to deal with him, and sometimes if we just reset the checkpoint, he'll just go back into like a neutral zone, which means like he's ready to like move to the next area, do commands. We can teleport Trico to different places with the checkpoint resets, so we can make him go further in the area as well, which obviously very nice, saves time.
And if I could cut in while we're talking about our friend Trico, because I do know we just opened up an incentive that might help him stay a little happier. Which is we do have a pet Trico incentive live now, that every $300, whoever is in the lead in this race will have to pet Trico. So y'all can go donate now and give this good boy some pets.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So again, what I just did on my screen was a checkpoint reset. So usually what we did before was we just jump off the ledge, walk into this room, and then call Trico for about 30 seconds until he walks into this room, get him to shoot his tail lightning, which by the way, yes, our pet cat bird dog does have lightning shoot out of his tail. So yeah, that saves like 30 seconds around in itself. It feels like a long time. And that was actually found by Walter the Conqueror, who is the current world record holder in both any percent and all barrels in this game.
As well as a lot of individual levels, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
the ILs
tosses
as well.
up between him and Aiden a lot.
Yeah. So, like, lore, I guess, like, story-wise, we're just trying to get out this cave right now. So, a lot of this game, it's going to be, like, 3.5 hours of AI manipulation and optimal movement. So, it's not like a skip-heavy game. It's very much just based on the controls and what you're doing. Another thing to note as well, if I had, like, an input display, it would be really easy to show off. But this game has a tremendous amount of input delay, to the point where I think it's, like, 0.2 seconds between like pressing a button and then the boy actually carrying out the action on screen, which is why doing a precise jump like the ledge jump at the beginning, for example, I would like to move, thank you, why that's so difficult is because you're constantly working with input delay on every single like input, jump, grab, call Trico, dodge, roll, whatever, like there's always like that slight delay. And we're going to do an... Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. The boy is very noodly, so...
Yes. The boy is very made of jelly and very hard to control. So, Zen Design, the studio that made this game, would you like to jump into the pool, buddy?
He's like,
RNG, you like?
Ooh. Was that fast? Or was that kind of slow?
I'm going to be extra safe on this checkpoint just in case. So that's like a prime example of like Trico being like selectively slow on an input. Uh-oh.
I'm not even taking the chance that this checkpoint doesn't work. I'm just doing it the old way.
Yeah, so whenever you reload this checkpoint, Trico will enter his neutral state, but in this checkpoint in particular, he will always do the same like jump animation up to the ledge, which is why it's like slightly faster. The only trouble is there is a bit of a risk when you're activating it because it doesn't always prop, and we do have that trouble in the run with some other checkpoints as well. Hopefully we don't have any other like dodgy checkpoints, but you know, the game does like to troll you sometimes. But yeah, it saves like a good few seconds, and it's just nice to get out the cave and have a little cutscene here.
And a big part of learning the Last Guardian speedrun is learning those checkpoints, because there's nothing in the game that tells you that you've gotten a checkpoint. There's no like menu or anything where you can choose what checkpoint you want to load or anything. It's just there's nothing. So you have to understand what triggers a checkpoint, and sometimes we still just don't quite know what the criteria is, and so sometimes it doesn't happen and we don't realize it.
Yeah. So another reason why this game is so long is because of lack of sequence breaking. So the game is very strange. So when you sequence break in this game, the game will sometimes say no. So for example, this area, like right here that we're going to be seeing in this cutscene right now, we can go into this area without getting Trico to jump down into the pool and jump up with him. If we do like a very precise jump on the cliffs, we can actually come into this area ourselves, but everything's like deloaded and there's no way to traverse across the map unless it's loaded and we have Trico. Like there's no kind of mythical airwalk, let's say, that we can use to our advantage, unfortunately.
So we do have one category that ends basically right here. There's a windmill up where Trico is looking at the moment. So if you adore Trico but don't have time for an entire 3.5 hour run, come join us and run Windmill %.
Yes, so up there at that windmill, it's actually a reference to Eco, Gen Design's, first ever game. And Eco is just a fantastic game. All the Gen Design, the games are amazing. So it is the same studio that made Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. And so you will see like some artistic, I guess, similarities between the two games, which is like really cool. And we actually have a shadow run coming up, I think, tomorrow by Ruby Heart as well. So it's really nice to see like the Gen Design Team Eco speedruns like repping in Fatales this year.
And so the purpose for the rest of the game, Trico was looking up and shouting at this white tower. That's just basically what we're doing. We don't know why we're in this valley or how to get out, but hey, at least Trico is looking up at this giant white tower. I guess we'll go there because he probably knows what's going on, right? Yeah, definitely. And that's basically the plot of the whole game.
Yeah, so basically the only way is up. So we just need to get to like the highest vantage point to see where we are, I guess. And Trico's just kind of naturally drawn to like this giant tower in the middle. So we just kind of like go with him, I guess. And like along the way, we just kind of figure out bits of the story, like things that kind of piece together and make sense. But this story itself and how the game like portrays the story, it's very like show don't tell. Like there's only a handful of cutscenes, most of which like you can skip. So you skip like the flashback to like your village and whatnot, which is unfortunate in the run because it's such a lovely cutscene with such good music. But yeah, like a lot of things are expressed more through the gameplay. So like your companionship with Trico, for example, that's like the most like major factor in the game. And the reason why the main character doesn't actually have a name, so the boy is just called the boy TM. The reason why the developers did that is because they felt that if they named the main character, then you wouldn't connect with him or Trico on as much of a personal level. So essentially when you play the game, you're not like playing a character, you're kind of playing yourself, and you can kind of put your name into the boy if you want, and it's like a more personalized experience, I guess. So yeah, fun fact.
Yeah. So we've got just kind of a little bit of platforming here. We're helping Trico navigate through this. He was too big to fit through these tiny holes. So while we do a little bit more of this platforming stuff, do we have any updates on the incentives that we have open for this game, or maybe some news about the Malala Fund?
We absolutely do. And we actually have some love from the community coming in for y'all too. So we have Emmy Elliott with $10 who says, "Hey everyone, Emmy Elliott from the Team Eco Speedrun server here. I'm so happy I'm able to watch you guys on Flame Fatales. Good luck on the race."
Thank you, Emmy. By the way, if you don't know, Emmy Elliott actually painted a few of the prizes that you can win. So yeah, shoutouts to Emmy, an amazing artist.
We also, speaking of our noodly boy, we have $25 from Villain, who says, "Hey Sable and Yusu, just had to donate during your race to say thank you for all you've done and continue to do to inspire me to run The Last Guardian. Please take care of our favorite noodle and his chicken, dog, pigeon, cat, egret, weasel, dragon, less than 3.
Aww. Yeah, Villain's like another runner of the game. They recently like submitted their first run not too long ago, and it was amazing. And yeah, shouts to Villain.
And yeah, we are making progress on that pet cam. We are at $1,260 out of that 4,000. And we are starting to get some donations in for the pets, but we are not quite to 300 on that yet. So if you want to pet Trico, get donations in for that. If you want to see Sable and Yusu's pets, you can also get donations in for that. So lots of great things happening on Pet
Awesome.
Day.
I highly recommend.
One thing to note as well, on that segment where Trico had to kind of jump off that broken pillar, my Trico was actually a lot slower because he was further down into like the area that he shouldn't have been in. So I actually like lose time just based on like Trico's RNG. Like Trico will sometimes like follow you very closely when you don't want him to, and that just happens to be like one of those cases because you need to wait for him to kind of reposition himself, and every footstep wastes like a few seconds as well. It's very intricate.
Dude, why'd you turn around, you goob? He's just gonna go off and have a time now, I'm sure.
Oh no.
I didn't catch him before he spun.
So my Trico's landed in the forest. And by checkpoint resetting here, and assuming my game doesn't have a good game, okay, no crash, let's go. So by kind of like calling Trico and doing a reset of a checkpoint, we're actually skipping like a pre-scripted event where Trico yet again goes onto the cliffside and starts screaming into the sky. So yeah, we skip that. So if like you don't successfully like get him to like turn around and come towards you, like he'll just run off for like a solid minute. So yeah, if like he does that, just reset again and it's like way faster, trust me.
He's very much just like a mood. He just screams into the sky for no reason from time to time. You know,
Yeah.
just as you do.
Pre-scripted screams, you know, we gotta love it.
So I'm over here encountering these glass eyeballs, and if Yuzu is not right with me, will be in the next
I am someone.
5 seconds, yeah. Because I know we're very close. Trico really does not like those eyeballs. He is stressed out by them. They make him some sort of angry, afraid. My guy, are you glitching into the floor? What are you doing? And so whenever we see those eyeballs, Trico's going to kind of get stuck until we get rid of them. We can break them, we can shove them so he doesn't see them. No matter what, as long as we get rid of him, he'll eventually start helping us out again.
So what I did try to do there was a specific like camera minute. It's quite precise as well, or a bit janky rather, where if you like move the camera away from Trico and then snap it back and then stand at a certain point, he won't shout again into the sky, and he'll like follow you straight into this room, which is like what we want as well. And sometimes it feels like his like roaring animations can be like different lengths as well, which is like kind of sussy.
You got grumpy Trico?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sad.
So yeah, again, Trico AI really like making or breaking like a run, even like early on. So like positions in races tend to change like so frequently because of just like how Trico acts. And again, it's a very long run as well, and it's very like dependent on like how you and Trico essentially like work together. And relying on an AI, you know, it's not, you know, guaranteed to work out well.
Oh, dude, bro. I was trying to get him to blow up this wall and he tapped me.
Give him a little boop.
Yeah. And we're gonna see, we have this little shield thing on our arm that lets us, you know, summon the lightning. We were talking about it earlier. That light that's cast from the shield has to last for a certain amount of time uninterrupted before Trico will shoot. So little things like Trico just nuzzling me with his nose there make me like completely have to restart what I was doing. And as we get later into the game, that will become more and more of a problem because the areas will start to get tighter, less space.
And this is like the antenna room. This is where things are gonna get a little bit weird. Yeah, just a little bit weird. Trico really doesn't like it here, so we have to keep calling him to activate a trigger, which means we'll get a little cutscene. Trico's gonna jump down, and we're gonna, let's say, transition into the next phase of the game.
Trico gets to show off his lovely disco eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, and kind of nom. We get nommed a little bit.
Too. So the reason why we stand like where we're standing as well, by like a specific patch of like broken rocks, is so that Trico can just nom us straight away. Otherwise, if we were like too far left, too far right, or in a completely different like part of like that particular bit of the map, Trico would have to like chase us down, adjust himself, and that just, again, we're positioning ourselves so that we save like as much time as possible on Trico's animations alone, which is, yeah, it over the course of a run, it builds up so much. And even like doing your checkpoint resets in an optimal manner where you just hit reset like straight away without wasting time in the menu, over the course of a run you can save like a minute just by like instantly resetting as well. Just by the sheer amount of resets we do, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I remember during one run, that was like the only change that I made, was that I went down instead of up on the D-pad in order to get to the reset button one click faster. And it seriously saved like 55 seconds or something.
Yeah. In long runs like this, there is like so much time saved just scattered about, but also like time can just be lost for like the most random of reasons as well. That is a cat. He is moving. Oh boy. Oh lord, okay, he's staying. People are supposed to donate for you. Chill.
This is a spoiler, okay? This is a teaser of what you could have if you donate to PetCam.
Yeah, you could have more of that.
Spoiler alert, they're both adorable and you should definitely donate for them.
Yes.
We've got a cat, we've got a lizard, there will be snacks.
Yes, there will be treats for the good animals and lots of pets.
We have already given Trico many Baja Blast barrels, but we need to give the kitty and the lizard some.
Yeah, so what's in the barrels is kind of like a mystery, but so we just kind of call it Baja Blast.
Because they're kind of colored the kind of Baja Blast color.
Yeah. And also me and Sable actually encountering our main enemies for the game called Yoroi or Armors, depends on how you're feeling in the moment, I guess. They will always try to like grab us and take us into like Neverland, which is behind some like shady looking doors, so we don't really want that. And unlike in like Eco and Shadow, we don't actually have a weapon on us. We can't pick up any weapon, we're just a defenseless 8-year-old boy. So we need Trico to help us fight, which is why a lot of fights are so RNG heavy, is because we're relying on Trico to do all the heavy lifting for us. And there's not many fights that we get to really skip in the game at all. So it's going to be a lot of like fighting. Well, fighting, it's more like scrambling around, panic mode.
Yep.
Yeah, screaming at Trico. Yeah.
I mean, this is it's the first fight you encounter, and so it's a fairly simple fight, all things considered. And depending on how our Tricos behave, one of us could end up a minute ahead of the other.
Yes. So this could be like a big divider in the run for one of us, depending on if we get like perfect fight RNG, Trico RNG, like drop RNG. So when Trico fights the armors, like he's not angry at like the entire armor, he's mostly just angry at the helmet itself. So when armors drop like the helmets, he'll stay aggroed onto like the helmet. And so in this particular section, like he can get very distracted if, a helmet falls off and he aggroes onto it too much. So we just want him to kill all these armors as soon as possible. The best way for him to do it is for all the armors to move forward and he swipes them off. Good boy, jump forward, forward. If Trico jumps back or starts walking back like he's doing on my side, okay, it's not too bad. Oh, please.
I got helmetless helmet skip, but my Trico will not get into the room. Like, bro.
My Trico just backed into the arena. Like, hello, honey. Yes, good boy. Forward, forward. Knock off the helmet.
Bam.
Good. So in my particular case, I have the only helmet left because the other ones got knocked into the void. So they despawned. And now the Trico's a certain length into the room. So what the game wants you to do is the game wants you to pet Trico in order to calm him down. But that's like 30 odd seconds of like petting Trico. And so we can just climb up him and just carry on as normal. And if I can get the jump and not miss it either.
Yeah, climb up him like normal. That's super easy, isn't it? Man, I've been stuck here for like a minute.
Climbing up Trico, that's also like a problem like in itself. I would not like to drop game. I do not want to hang.
Trico kind of trolled you there, Sable.
Yeah.
Trapped you into those two arches.
He trapped me like perfectly inside and outside the room at the same time so that I couldn't get through. So I had helmetless helmet skip, which is like the ideal way to do it. Yeah. And then I just completely did not get Trico to do what he needed to do. But that's all right.
Just shout outs to Trico.
Yeah, it was Trico, yes. Yeah, so it's actually like interesting how we got two different like variants on that fight as well. And that fight can go a lot worse. Like you can straight up lose like 2 minutes on that fight depending on like RNG. And considering how many fights we have throughout the run as well, yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of fight RNG we have to deal with. And this bit here is actually a pre-scripted event. There is like a potential soft lock that we can get into that we can avoid. Well, we can't avoid it, but we can try and save it more like. But hopefully that doesn't happen to any of us. It's called like the screaming glitch where like Trico will, the last bit in the script is for Trico to scream into the distance, but sometimes that last bit of his sequence will loop and keep looping and just keep on going and then you're there forever and he's just screaming and so we don't want that to happen.
Sometimes you just gotta scream.
Yeah. And that should be a good time for a couple donations actually.
Yeah.
Oh, great. We've been getting a lot of love for Trico. So we have $10 from Vivi who says, Trico is so cute. He deserves some pets. Good luck, runners. We have Foxy Jira with $20 who says, best TLG runners with the two best Tricos. Good luck with the race and may all your Tricos be cute.
Foxy is a member of Team Eco as well. He ran Final Fantasy X at GDQ summer this year. Yeah, shouts to Foxy, being an amazing community member.
Why isn't my Trico moving?
Oh no, drop off him. Drop.
I got off and got back on. He's going now. Sorry, go ahead with those donations again. My bad.
No worries. We've got $25 from Sokasa who says, may the Trico not be a Trollco today. And as always, praise the Mort. Which is a great reminder that we have hit $65,000 now, so we are well on our way to that 80k that we would need to unlock that Elden Ring any percent tonight. And remember, that's a milestone incentive, so you can donate to Pet Trico or get our pet cam for this run unlocked, and that will help add us up to that $80,000 total to get that going.
Beautiful. So what I tried to do there by jumping off Trico's head onto a ledge I didn't get it, unfortunately. It's a ledge you're not supposed to be on, and the game will just try and shove you off. It's called like a Roma pot skip. So what I just had to do was move the Roma pot, climb up on the tree,
I got it.
so I can get onto this kind of roof, like here. But if I like jump onto that ledge, which is like a very precise trick as well, and I don't fall out of bounds, then we can avoid having to like push the aroma pots and like climb up on Trico and stuff. But it just makes pushing, like shutting the pot lid, like a lot more difficult. But it's fine this way as well. It's not like a major like part of the run.
I got aroma pot skip, and now Trico's deciding to take a bath.
Yeah, so aroma pot skip also like bugs out the checkpoint resets. So remember how I said the game doesn't like you sequence breaking? This is an example of the game saying no to sequence breaks, unfortunately.
Can we just say how adorable Trico is when he's trying to take a bath?
He's so cute.
And he's actually going to be doing another pre-scripted thing in just like a moment or so, where he's taking another bath. So we get both our Tricos bathed.
We like a clean boy.
And she may be wondering, oh, why is one Trico like kind of grey, pigeon-like, and why is one painted blue? When you complete the game, you unlock cosmetic items based on how many barrels you fed him in your playthrough. So NG Plus of this game is just going through the game again, but the more barrels like Trico collects, I guess, or eats. Hello, I'd like to grab on, please. The more barrels Trico eats throughout the playthrough, the more things you can unlock. So they're all cosmetic, so you get like a medal, that's a siren. You get like a paint bucket, and you can paint Trico green, red, purple, blue, tinted yellow, like a dark grey. And then you can also have like different robe outfits, like blue, red. You got like an eco skin and then a wonder skin as well. But I say skin, it's like loosely like themed to those two games. So yeah, content.
So Trico's going to go into this scripted event, and we should distinguish between scripted events and cutscenes. They're not the same thing. Cutscenes we can skip. We can hit the pause button and we can skip because they're basically just embedded movies inside the game. Pre-scripted events like this one where Trico's taking a bath are happening in the game world, which is why sometimes one of our Tricos will be faster than the other because the game is actually like making the calculations of how Trico should be moving, and sometimes he'll get stuck, sometimes he'll, do things a little bit weirdly, sometimes he'll lose track of what he's supposed to be doing. So scripted events are not guaranteed to always take the same amount of time.
So one like good example I can always think back to is when Sable got the world record run like a while ago. Me and Tic Tac did like a comparison video where we watched the two side by side and kind of like analyze like differences, similarities, and it was during one of these like pre-scripted-ish events that, because the game says basically, hey, get from point A to point B, I don't care how you do it, but just do it somehow. And yeah, so Sable ended up getting like saving time over Samurai, who had the world record, over a cutscene due to scripted, just due to AI, which is pretty scary when you think of it, because AI is just completely out of your control, and it's a pretty painful thing to watch Trico like bump into a wall during a cutscene and like try and figure out how to go around. Yeah, shout outs to Trico. And we're actually entering like a pretty intense part of the run as well, like pretty much very like, if you're going for world record, this would be like a very reset heavy segment because you've got like a bunch of different fights and things going on, and a lot of movement and a lot of RNG, and it's gonna be a nightmare. So yeah,
for runners,
yeah, go ahead.
For runners who actually like do reset, because some runners won't reset Last Guardian and some will. This is the section where you decide whether you're doing the rest of the run or not.
Hey, did you feed Trico a barrel?
I did.
Yay, treat. Uh-oh, get down, boy, down, boy, down, boy.
It definitely 100% doesn't have anything to do with me trying to get him to do a thing.
Ooh, do the thing?
Do the thing.
That was actually a good ledge grab. So what I'm doing on my screen right now, because I'm just kind of steaming ahead with absolutely no regard to table whatsoever, I'm doing a fight skip. So usually the game would have you think that you need to be with Trico during this section, feed in the barrel, pull the spears out of his body, when actually we can just use Trico during his jump down to run up here and just run past and, you know, just avoid the entire fight, which can save like minutes even. And I also have to avoid getting caught by armors, so I shouldn't really be in here without Trico. So I have to do a straight line, hold circle, 1, 2, 3, jump out the way. So that basically prevents me from getting caught by these suits of armors, which is good. So yeah, that's like it's not like a hard skip, but when you're learning the movement of this game, like, it's very normal to be caught. But we have like an even worse bit coming up in this room where there are 5 suits of armor trying to catch us in this very, very narrow corridor, and then a fight, and then it's all hell and flames. And I'm just gonna like commentate over it as it happens. I don't know.
This room casually is terrifying.
Yeah. So we reset here to teleport Trico into the room. So Trico's actually stuck on a booby trap right now. And his tail's like kind of stuck underneath some like spiky gates. So we need to like free him. And luckily I got the AI manip on the armor, perfect. So if I stick to a certain route every time I run down this hallway, I'd say 95% of the time I'll like never get caught. Which is good. So I didn't get caught there. And now we have a big fight as well. So Trico has 5 suits of armor to fight in this very narrow corridor. And if he goes too far forward, there's another armor just kind of down the other corridor that I don't want him to see. Are you gonna fight or what, buddy? So yeah, I'm trying to like corral these guys into this corner so that Trico doesn't jump forward. He's actually getting some good shots right now.
He was a little bit hesitant to
Trico
start.
is stuck.
Oh no.
Get unstuck, my friend. You're free. So my fight is going less than ideal. My Trico didn't realize that he was free, and so the armors followed me a lot closer than I wanted them to, and that's going to cause Trico to kind of spin around trying to find them because they're deeper into the corridor than we would like them to be. He's handling it pretty well, but we definitely don't want him to try to go down this hallway before he finishes this fight entirely, because if he does, his AI gets confused between I need to do this 5-person fight and I need to do like this running animation to go and hit this other armor, and he'll kind of do both, which results in him just very slowly creeping down this hallway and doing absolutely nothing.
There we go. So mine went like fine. So we killed the armors fine. It was just like Trico getting into the mood to like follow me down the corridor, because he was aggroed on to like different helmets. He wasn't exactly like listening to me when I was calling his name. So that's like the fight over and done with, which I'm very happy about. But unfortunately we do have a skip in the game called command skip. So we're skipping like how much does this save time, Sable, would you say? Yeah.
A couple minutes.
So usually if you play the game casually, you come into this nice little grotto and you're stuck. So the cat flap only opens one way, essentially, into this grotto. And usually you just kind of sit here with Trico, and then the game gives you the prompt, but we've come such a long way. And now, oh look, he's mimicking my movements. Oh look, I can command him. And luckily for us, we can do a slight AI manip, which will lock him into like a certain animation that we can do in this area. Which, no, don't look at the barrels. Oh, damn, that's AI for you. Which means we can get him to do a certain animation that will bring him to a certain point between these pillars in a way that we can jump off of Trico and just avoid having to get the prompt entirely. And then because you're up high, the game will automatically just give you the prompts to do commands, because the game's like, oh, well, you're up here, so therefore, you know, you need this, right?
Mine also looked at the barrels. I haven't had that happen in literally like a year.
Good boy. Yeah, mine looks at the barrels like a lot, so that's just like a thing my guy does. So that's like a perfect like example of command skip. Sometimes he will lift his head straight away. Other times he will like sit down, get back up. But basically, like it's a certain animation that he'll do, and usually on this game, how do I put this? So I think the way the developers like kind of design Trico is that whenever you're on Trico's head, he will like lower his head like that to stop you from getting into like all kinds of weird and wacky places. But in this segment in particular, we can just abuse that animation and yeah, skip and save minutes, which is nice. Buddy, you would like to you would like to do the jump? Yeah? Does it sound good? Yeah? Yeah? Oh god, okay. Trick would be like, yes. You've got it, you've got it. He's going. He's going his own way. Another good example of Trico just doing like really janky animation skip from point A to point B.
So now we can tell Trico what to do, and maybe tell is a little bit of a strong word. We can suggest what Trico should do, and as is the case with my Trico, he is not listening. So a lot of learning this run is learning what kind of commands work best, which ones he understands the most often, how to give them so that he doesn't really get confused. But his body language will tell us a lot about whether he's confused, what we need to do to fix it, and whether he's gonna, start going backwards or something that we definitely don't want.
Yeah, so there's also like, so there's physical movements Trico can do, and then there's like visual sounds? Good, sounds aren't visual, hold on a minute. Audio cues, that's the word I'm looking for. That Trico can give us as well, that tell us, how he's feeling in the moment, if he's gonna like do something, if he's not gonna do something. I'm gonna be real careful here. I avoided the trigger, it's fine. So this is like me avoiding like a fight, by only just barely missing like the flashlight on this turtle guard guy. That was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie, yikes. So usually what you're supposed to do in this room is you walk into like these guys' flashlights like voluntarily, and you lure them to the other side of the room, and then use the tunnels kind of under this bridge to kind of trick them into thinking, hey, I'm not down here opening the gate for Trico, when actually you are. And yeah, we can just kind of skip that if we time like our run towards the chain, which luckily I only just got.
I'm going to assume that this checkpoint is ready, and if it's not, I'm going to be sad. Okay, yeah. It worked.
So sometimes after like resetting a checkpoint, after a fight, the game won't quite register that the fight is over. So, for example, if Trico knocks an armor off a bridge, you'll think, oh, the armor's totally dead, I can reset and it'll be fine. When actually the armor hasn't entered the death plane and like fully like despawned. So if you reset the checkpoint, it will think, oh, you're still in the fight. So if you're resetting, you must be at the last available checkpoint before the fight. And yeah, the game will like trip you out like that sometimes.
It was funny because when you were doing that world record review between like my world record and Samurai's,
yeah,
I was like so sure that Samurai was going to gain on me during that fight with the first eyeball shields.
Yeah.
And both of us ended up messing that checkpoint up and having to do the fight again for exactly that reason. Like one armor hadn't fully despawned.
Mm-hmm.
So it's common enough that it happened in both of those world records like back to back.
Mm-hmm. So the safest method of like making sure that the fight's over is to just listen out for the music, and then when the music fully stops or you hear the violin go, then you know it's safe to reset. You guys like my violin impression?
I was going to say, what was that sound effect again?
I'm great fun at parties, as you can probably tell. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier, but there are more guys on me. So if I take a specific pathing, And luckily, due to experience, I know exactly where, like, the hit zones are on these guys, so I don't get detected. Good stuff. And, like, by pulling this chain, you only just miss, like, them seeing you as well, which is good. Because, again, you're not really intended to sneak past them and pull it. There we go. And again, lovely RNG fight here as well. Don't really want to be caught. Oi, oi, oi.
So we're gonna go through these fights and probably have some decent RNG to deal with as far as who gets what. So while we're contending with that, I got caught. I guess let's hear some more donations, shall we?
Yeah, donations. Let's go.
Oh, perfect. I was just wanting to give y'all an update on that pet cam. We have hit $1,500 out of that 4,000 that we need, so we are definitely making progress. But we do need to get those donations in. Again, whenever we hit that during the run, that will go live and you will get to see these fabulous pets. Also, speaking of pets, we are 10% of the way toward our first pet for our Pet Trico incentive. Again, that is an incentive, so that is something you would have to go in and select when you are donating. So just some things to keep in mind. We are getting close to getting some pets for Trico, and we are getting there on getting our visible pets on stream.
Yes. And if you probably see on my camera the greyish, brownish blob on the sofa behind me, yeah, that's Sindri. Now, if Sindri's like not on my desk or not on his bed, that's on the other sofa, I will pick him up at the next available point and like plop him down, give him a treat and a fuss.
Yeah, and my pet is Mort the lizard. I will give him blueberries when he is on camera. So you have that to look forward to.
So I thought I gave Trico the wrong command there. I thought he was gonna like jump up again, but not in the way I wanted to. So I gave him like a sit command, and he actually like sat down. I thought he would not, but he heckin' did.
He actually listened for once.
I know. Imagine.
Speaking of pets, we have a second commentator trying to invade my desk. My cat Simba is currently trying to say things into the microphone.
Let him speak.
I'm sure he has very important things to say.
I'm sure he does. Currently, he's suffocating me with his floof.
Oh no. It's okay though. Worth it. And this bit here is also like a nice cozy auto-scroller, I guess. We're just waiting for Trico to jump up.
Well, I've definitely got some more pet and pet cam love in the donations if you'd like some.
Yeah.
Sweet. So we do have $50 from Sin, who says, "Pet cam, please! I can never get enough of Mort. Show me that sweet lizard boy. Less than 3. We also have $10 from Ruby Hart, who says, "You two are killing this race so far. Thanks for everything you've done for aspiring TLG runners everywhere, and keep being your amazing selves. Keep it up, Sable, Yusu, and your hardworking Tricos."
Aw. Again, Ruby is another Team Eco community member. They have also just become a TLG runner themselves, so yeah, shouts to Ruby. Oh, yeah.
Keep rolling, or?
Yeah, we have time for one more.
Cool. Let's just do this one from Foil Origami for $25, who says, "Pet cam, pet cam, pet cam. Less than 3.
Loving the pet cam hype. Oh, this area tends to be dubbed like the demo area of the game because Gen Design released like a demo in this particular section, and it's pretty much remained the same since like that demo. So usually what the game would have you think is that you need to climb up a chain and like light a torch for Trico to jump up on top of the torch, but actually we can just tell him to jump and he will jump and it's all good. And my Trico actually jumped on the first jump command. Sometimes it can take up to 5. Wasn't gonna land. Oh, I broke my leg. Fun times.
Me too.
The boy heals very quickly, though, thankfully.
Yes. And luckily I procced a checkpoint as well, so that's good stuff. So what I was trying to do as I fell from that cage was by aggressively like holding the analog stick down, I can move in midair. And if I can manipulate myself in midair, dude, let me go. If I can manipulate myself in midair like correctly, I can avoid breaking my leg and having to do the reset. Because I can just drop down from the ledge and then pull a lever and everything's hunky-dory. My voice is getting strained from lack of water. I need a big sip in a minute.
Yeah, take a break. In this section, I'm carrying this pot, which has the same contents as the barrels that Trico likes so much. So, of course, he's drawn to it, and he's going to try to play with it. So we'll use that to our advantage and stick it on this chain so that he can help us open this door. It's a lot of Trico's AI to rely on for a single puzzle. So we'll see just how much he feels like holding the door open for us.
Yeah, there's also like RNG based on like how something's gonna drop, which is the thing we need to hold the door open. So yeah, that's also, you know, a fun factor. Like, there are so many like tiny little details in this game, like even as like a runner, for someone who's ran this for like 2 years now, it still like gets to me. I'm just like, oh, there's this to worry about, and this, and this, and yeah, it just adds up. It's like a pyramid scheme of problems.
And it's still, I feel like, fairly common that we see things that we've never seen before. And it's always suspicious because one person gets it and they're like, I've never had this happen before. And then everybody else gets it. And I'm convinced there's some kind of greater scheme going on here that determines what all of the Tricos are doing at any given time.
They're all plotting behind our
My
back.
gate is broken. My
Oh,
gate's
no.
broke. Oh no, it's not broken. Let me. Paul, let's go.
Good
Yo,
save.
my guy actually like. I'm slightly agitated about that. So usually when Trico pulls the chain like that, the gate will do like, you know, a certain amount of animations before opening. And I thought that, oh, it's looking kind of stiff. You know, what's going on around here? And then he just opened it, and thanks, buddy.
Of course, as soon as you leave.
Yeah.
I was watching like the delayed video and that was rad. That roll underneath the door.
Yeah, someone like please clip that or something. Yeah, so luckily I got like a good drop on this as well, so I can just push it forward and not have to worry about pushing it like left or right. And Trico's gonna wanna bump his head into his gate, and I'm gonna be like, no, stop, no, like stop, please, no, don't do that. I have to redirect his attention with a different command to that pot over there. And he said yes, and he's moving, so that's a good sign.
That tone of voice was perfect. Like, oh, Trico's gonna want to do this thing, and I'm just gonna be like, no, stop. No, don't.
No, please don't do that.
Clearly, I have full control over you at every moment. Don't do it.
You have the illusion of control.
You can open the gate, you can do it. Don't psych me out, let's go.
I have done a bad.
What's
Come
the
here,
bad?
Trico. Trico didn't get me close enough to jump up to the double eyes. And he went without me.
Oh no.
And now I'm sure when he comes back down, he's going to do footsies. He's going to do his, like, singular footsie thing where he won't move.
And what I just did on my screen is called like sniff skip. So whenever like you wedge the door open, he'll kind of automatically sniff for a select amount of time. It could be like a minute, half a minute, something like that. And by calling his name on a certain part of underneath that gate, you actually like skip that fully. And I got yeeted into the cutscene. Thanks, bud. Where am I? Where am I? So
Oh, come
you can
on.
actually move during a lot of cutscenes, but your controls will sometimes invert. So even though it may be like, oh, if I simply go forward and then left, I can just control myself blind, when actually your controls like invert differently and change depending on which cutscene you're in, and it's kind of hard to like find yourself and gauge your movement, if that makes sense.
I actually hit the eyeball during the cutscene, but it just like shook. It didn't break because of course them's the rules.
Yeah, physics be like fussy.
All right, Trico, I'm leaving you behind, my guy. You're taking forever.
Okay, it's not too bad. And yes, another like sniffing animation that we like can't skip or anything. And yeah, we just have to wait it out and wait for him to like bob his head up. And yeah, Trico does not like these like glass eyes at all. He's really not like a huge fan. So whenever we see one, Trico can't walk past it, and we have to like get rid of it in a way.
He's just a huge critic on stained glass. It's just not, it doesn't meet his standards.
Not a fan.
And this is why we can't take Trico on bridges, because he breaks all of them.
Yes, this game has a lot of crumbling bridge cinematics for sure. Like the most breaking architecture in like any Timiko Fumita Ueda game. It's quite
Ueda just has a thing for broken architecture.
Yes. So it's kind of like a meme in the community. We call it a classic Ueda moment, where like you see like a crumbling bridge cinematic. That's a classic Ueda moment, for example. Because it's just like his director's touch, in a way.
So Trico just caught me out of the air. And you might think, oh, that's nice, that's cute. You guys are best friends. Woo! He can miss.
Yes.
And it's definitely entirely possible that you'll ask for him to catch you like that, and he'll just stare soulfully into your eyes as you plummet down into the abyss. Because, again, that's not a cutscene, that's a scripted event. So sometimes the game just doesn't quite do all those calculations correctly to line him up with you.
And even like when Trico just broke the bridge and he's like coming back onto the bridge and he has to turn around, sometimes he can just keep walking and not turn around, which is strange and not supposed to happen, but you know, he's a weird little guy. And even on this cutscene that I'm coming into, where you have to do like a leap of faith, yeah, his tail can miss you, so all I have to do is hold forward and pray, really. And the checkpoint reset I did, was to basically position Trico in a way that he was closer to me on the bridge, so that I didn't have to like call him as much, so that he was in like the right position from the get-go.
Someone in chat had asked if the spears were going to be left in Trico.
No, they will be taken out. It is mandatory in a certain part of the game, a lot later on, that we have to take the spears out. Throughout the speed run, we only take them out if we have like spare time. So during like auto scrollers, for example, we can take out spears. But just, I guess, just like throughout the run, it's just way slower to like have to be like, okay, I'll pull out your spears, when really it's just, you only have like one spear check in the game, which is a lot later. And at some points in the game as well, the spears can like despawn themselves from Trico's body, which is what I tend to hope for, really. So that's a thing.
Here, I'll make time. Yoink.
Yeah, you can take the spears out, and you can also clean up the blood on Trico's feathers.
So yeah, that's like E3 bridge done. So when the game like had its like hiatus a very, very long time ago, it wasn't seen for like years, and then they brought it back on the E3, I think 2015, was it 2014? 2015.
2014 sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they showed that bridge in the trailer, and that entire sequence. So it's kind of like dubbed the E3 bridge, pretty much. lovingly. And I'm just like doing some armor stuff, so now would actually be a great time for any kind of donation or plug.
Oh, lovely. Well, we have so many people who want to see this pet cam, but we do still need more donations. But we do have $10 from Ragnarokette, who says, display pets, please and thank you, greater than 3. We have JPEG with $25, who says, ma'am, I want to see some pets, ma'am. Looking forward to all the fantastic runs and pets today. We have $50 from Joppy, who says, donating for pet cam because these fantastic runners' pets deserve attention and treats. I agree.
Yes.
We are just under $1,600 out of that $4,000, so we are making our way, y'all.
We're getting there. And don't worry, we have a lot of time in the run too, so don't you worry, we're here for a while.
But the sooner you donate, the sooner we see pets, because that
That's
will go
right.
live once we hit that 4K.
And that means the more pets we get.
The very moment that we reach 4K, that camera's gonna turn on and it's gonna be the best day ever.
And the very moment we reach
Guaranteed,
4K, I'm gonna grab the boy. Grab the boy.
Just yoink him.
Yeah.
I did not realize this was grab the boy %, but this makes sense.
Yes, it is indeed grab the boy.
Sometimes you just gotta grab Sindri.
Yes. Luckily, he's like a very docile cat, so I can like, you know, like a forklift can just. Yeah, I can do that with him. He's like that aloof and docile, so it's like pretty radical.
I will say, those were the most realistic forklift sounds that I've ever heard.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a really bad habit of like talking with my hands and then making sound effects to go with it, so hopefully it's not too unbearable.
No, it was beautiful. Thank you.
I have a soundboard. This bit's kind of like scary. So in my casual playthrough, I died at this bit a lot. Hello, I would like to not die as well. Thank you. Okay, Pog, let's go. If you do the same movement pretty much every time, then you will be safe. But yeah, it's just gonna be like optimal movement. We have got a skip coming up called the eye jump, which is basically skipping like 30-ish seconds of platforming across like this giant broken stained glass eye in the sky. And hopefully we can both get it first try or something. There's a couple of different setups to it as well. Because if you've noticed on these like dangly bits here, the wind is blowing. So some may say there is wind RNG in this game.
Shoutouts to Wind.
Yeah, shoutouts to wind RNG. Parnell, why would you do this to me? Anyway. Yes, so we have to kind of like semi-glitch ourselves between a certain bit in this broken glass, which you will see us do in just a second.
I got it.
I got it too. Nice.
Nice.
I got the like older way of doing it, not the newer way of doing it.
Where you just go like straight up.
No, I just like jump across.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what I'm more comfortable with, even though it can be kind of jank.
But regardless, that eye is supposed to be solved by doing some like platforming on the front. There's a broken part of it where you walk through and go to the back of it, do some more platforming, walk through another broken part. You end up back out on the front. And essentially what we did was we just jumped from the beginning to the end. So we skipped the entire puzzle.
And honestly,
Also, if you hear some like aggressive analog flicking in the background, the fastest way to like move up a chain is to do like chain jumps. Now the game doesn't actually tell you can move up chains this way. Someone just kind of figured it out one day, and if you flick the analog stick up again and again as quick as you can, the boy will climb up the chain like twice as fast. Yeah, which is good. Anyway, continue, Jade. Sorry.
oh no, it wasn't that important. I was just going to say, I hope White Tower OSHA is the OSHA team is not watching because of all the broken glass that you're stepping on.
Oh no. Yeah, and this boy ain't wearing any shoes. His feet probably aren't having a good time right now. Shoutouts to shoes.
Shoutouts to shoes.
Yeah. Don't know where I'd be without them. Yeah, go forward. You better go forward. Good boy.
You know, now that I think about it, Trico should have like a big muddy spot right in the middle of his back. This boy just keeps hopping up onto him and rubbing his feet off.
Basically like a carpet almost.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good point.
How rude.
It was very rude.
Oh goodness. We actually have like another like skip coming up as well. That used to be like a major problem in the run, but it has a simple fix now, which is yeah, it's a thing that exists in a way. Not falling off. Let's go.
And this is actually one of the biggest changes. Last Guardian was shown at a different Fatales event a couple years ago, and this is one of the biggest changes to the run. Shaves off significant amount of time to be able to do this skip. We're gonna see Trico stuck on this pillar. He's come to save us, but now he doesn't really have anywhere to go, so we need to lower a drawbridge for him. And normally what would happen if I boy
Boy.
okay
Boy.
Okay. There he goes.
we should just jump across to some scaffolding trying to get to that drawbridge to help Trico, and instead that scaffolding is going to break and the boy is going to be like, oh Trico, I need your help like right now, oh heck. And so Trico
No skip.
will jump over anyway and help you. I
Boy.
cannot get the boy down. There we
Boy.
go. Wow.
There he goes.
But instead of doing that whole like cinematic where Chico realizes that you're in danger and he's like jumps over onto the still folded up drawbridge, we're just gonna jump over, land somewhere that we're not really supposed to be, and skip that entire little cutscene. And actually, that all happens so fast that the game can't even keep up, and so it just spawns Trico on the drawbridge because you're so far ahead that it has to try to just make up time.
Yeah, and this is quite like a worrying section almost, because you're gonna have a suit of armor like chasing the boy. And movement tech wise, so when the boy's running up like a flight of stairs, he'll actually run slower, but because there's like a different like kind of like floor on the edge of the stairs, if I like keep myself like between the steps and like the edge, I will actually do like a full run animation, which saves like a few seconds running up the stairs.
That's fascinating. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, like the boy has a lot of like subtle animations. So for example, like if you run through long grass, the boy actually does like a slightly tweaked animation as well. It's all super interesting to follow.
I'm sure there's also like a fine line between doing that and then getting dangle toes.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Alright, so I'm coming up on drawbridge now, so I'm just gonna hold my breath. Yes. Hopefully not fall.
It's also a mechanic in Eco. Eco also does the dangle toes, which thank goodness for both the dangle toes in the game, because I'm sure a lot of people would fall off a lot more.
Some of the most common places to die are the places where dangle toes should exist, but they don't. So yeah, people would die all the time.
Nope. So yeah, basically like, so there's no grab button in this game. You just automatically grab onto things, which can be both a blessing and a curse. So with drawbridge, for example, so the game wants you to like grab onto that broken bridge up there, but by holding X, which is the let go button, you can just like not grab, but you have to really make sure that you're holding down that X button, because otherwise the game can be like, well, actually, no, how dare.
Yeah, dangle toes is the affectionate term that we use to refer to when the boy gets close to an edge and he kind of does like a wobble to let you know like, hey, I'm about to fall, you should probably stop.
Stop it, get some help.
And sometimes we use dangle toes on purpose. We set up like White Tower Skip with dangle toes.
Yes.
And at least I use dangle toes for the thing.
The thing.
The thing.
The thing.
That is the appropriate name and the technical term, the thing.
Yeah, that is correct.
Would one of you like to describe, I guess, the barrel skipping movement we're doing? Or the puzzle
Sure.
skip?
So, the intended way to solve this puzzle, we need to get a barrel for Trico because he's been kind of a grump. He's like, I've done so much, I'm not going to move until you feed me. I'm hungry. So we need to get this barrel in order for him to proceed. But the intended way to do this is to pick up this barrel and throw it from platform to platform, and then like rush over there real quick to make sure it doesn't roll off. Trico, sit down. I'm literally solving the puzzle so fast that Trico isn't ready. So instead of us doing that platform to platform thing, we just hook our little toesy onto a tiny little chunk of the architecture that the boy sometimes thinks he can walk on. And we just walk right out without doing any of the throws. Trico, honey, I need you to eat this barrel, my guy.
Oh no,
he's not sitting
laying
down.
Did you go too fast?
I think I genuinely kind of went too fast. Oh, okay, he's eating it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, thank goodness.
That's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Oh, is that a never happened before moment?
Impossible.
In a TLG run? No
a marathon?
way. Like GDQ, wow. This cave do be kind of dark though. So this is a secret tunnel. It is almost as dark as it is on my screen, so I am like just stuck in here. But luckily Trico has like flashlight eyes. Usually you're supposed to like get Trico like to take you to this point, but you can just jump over the ledges and it's like completely fine.
My Trico is so glitched. I have to reset.
Oh no, what's happening to him?
He won't push the train.
Oh.
Okay, so I have to do barrel skip and everything again. I was hoping that was a checkpoint, but that's not a big deal.
I'll have to go back and watch that. It's really interesting to see like reasons why Trico's AI breaks in the game, because there is a chance that it brings it closer to breaking it in a good way.
I think that if I had to wager a guess about why that happened, I did drawbridge like really, really nice. It was really fast. And I genuinely think that I just like didn't give Trico the time to do like his little animation where he kind of groans to say he's hungry. And so I already had the barrel before he did that, and I think it kind of bugged him out a little bit.
And because I kind of like stumbled a bit on my drawbridge skip, because I like slid down the drawbridge and whatnot, Trico had like a bit more time to kind of like exist during the skip.
Yeah, my drawbridge was super, super nice, so I think it was too nice. Because now he's sitting down.
Yeah, because you think you've got a gold split, and then the game's like, no, you don't anymore.
Yeah. We're good, though.
Well, would now be a good time to sneak in another donation or two?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, we do have one from Sancho Panda who says, Trico, look at the sheet music. Trico, the music! Great cause, great runners. Good luck, Yusu and Sable.
Yes. The Sancho Panda is actually another member of the Team Eco Speeders community. He's the world record holder for Eco 60 Hz on PlayStation 3. Also ran it at GDQ. Fantastic community member. And he actually has 2 skips named after him that he found in this game, which is neat as well. One's in the section actually, so we might get to show it off.
Nice. And, you know, I know Trico he's been a boy, and maybe it's because he needs some pets. So, you know, I just want to remind everyone that you can select that incentive to pet Trico. Again, every time we hit $300 in that incentive, up to 10 pets, whoever is in the lead will pet Trico. Also, to update you on the pet cam for the runners, we are just under $1,800 out of the $4,000 for that, so we are making progress. But again, keep those donations coming in, y'all.
Yes, we want pet cam. We want Mortal cam especially. We'll love Morty.
I'm a little biased, but I would like to think that everybody would love Morty.
Morty is the best.
Morty
I'm-
is a lizard that's basically just a sausage with teeny tiny little legs. I mean, you need that in your
Sausage.
life, right?
I was literally just gonna ask, like, oh, do you want to describe like a visual representation of Morty? And yeah, you just did it.
Small
Same.
sausage with legs.
Yeah.
The legs are sort of a suggestion, honestly.
They're an afterthought, really.
True.
Analog stick be like,
You
This
going
really
up the
hurts.
rope?
yeah, it really hurts your thumb after a while. Like, because I do it so aggressively, just due to like anxiety of like, what if I don't do it hard enough? What if I don't do it quick enough? It's all like the Zelda run watching that's like drilled into my head that if I don't mash, like my life depended on it, I'm not mashing at all. Yeah.
The harder you hit the button, the harder the attack.
Yes.
Yes.
The harder I hit the button and the quicker I hit the button, the faster the game will be, right?
Right. That's how that works.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in the same rule book as like when you're doing a racing game and you lean. That makes you turn better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or if like you
Same
lean to
energy.
look around a corner, you definitely can see more.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna try and set up. I don't like this camera angle. It's looking kind of sus. But this is a skip where you like can run across a rope. You're not stuck. Nah, that's a bad camera angle. So you can run across this rope like all the way, and it saves like 35-ish seconds. It feels like it saves a long time. 'Cause,
It does, yeah.
Yeah, like the boy like doing this animation across it is like really slow. But if you can just like keep stumbling him and keep your line like directly like forward, which is really difficult because the camera's going to be like going this way, that way, and every other damn way. And when the camera moves in this game, your control layout also moves with it. So if I'm holding forward and I move the camera, I'm no longer going forward anymore. The game just kind of makes up its own logic and pathing, really.
Sable, somebody said that the legs are blueberry retrieval nubs.
Blueberries are his favorite treat, and I will give him blueberries if you donate to meet the pet cam incentive.
Yes.
And the sooner we hit that, the longer we get to see Mort and Sindri.
And I have like a variety of different like cat treats for Sindri. I have like a froob, but for cats. So you know like froobs, you know the yogurt thing. And do Americans have froobs?
I don't think
the
so.
American version
Oh,
would be
no.
Go-Gurt.
Yogurt? Is that the thing in the tube?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
rip
it's like
the
a tube
corner?
of yogurt.
Yeah, it's like that, but for cats basically. I have that.
Gotcha. I was like, I don't know what a froob is.
Yeah, I don't know what a froob is, but I trust that it is spectacular.
Yes. So yeah, cat yogurt basically. And
Cat yogurt.
he can also do tricks for food as well. He can give paw, he can turn around, and he can ring a bell. So I'll try and set that up if we meet the pet incentive or the pet cam incentive as well.
Sindri can do tricks? I did not know that.
He do. He really do. Sometimes he doesn't do the right one, a bit like Trico, but you know, he tries, and that's the important thing. Just like Trico, he's trying his heckin' best.
Commands are a suggestion to Sindri.
Yes. They operate in the same way. I feel like being a cat owner has made me understand this game a lot more
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
on a spiritual level. And we
Okay.
actually have time for like more donations or like anything, charity.
Yeah.
Oi, 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 oi. Why would you do that? Sorry.
Oh, no
Everything's fine.
worries.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, we've got some love coming in for sure for the pet cam. We have Eat the Egg with $50 and Dame Dala with $5, who both say pet cam, pet cam, pet cam. We have Hi with $25, who says for the pet cam. Non-binary code gives $13 and says, I can't overemphasize how important this pet cam is. I agree. Like pet cam, everyone. There is still time, but again, more pets, more pet cam. there are tricks that can be done on camera. There are blueberries to give to Mort. My dog has just come into the room where I'm streaming from, and I don't have a camera. Otherwise, I would show y'all Zagreus, but that does tie in. We do have a Hades run happening tonight.
His name is Zagreus.
Your dog
Yeah,
is
my
Zagreus?
doggo is Zag. He is a very good boy. But yes,
Zag
it's
is a
pet
good boy.
day. Yes, confirmed.
I
So
need
yeah,
a
it's
picture
pet
after
day.
this run. I need a
Yeah,
picture
I will.
after this
I will
run.
definitely. I will send pictures of the goodest boy,
Mm-hmm.
because all doggos are goodest boys. So that is a true fact.
All dogs are good dogs.
We do have more donations, though. We have $10 from Tic Tac, who says, "Good luck, Yusu and Sable. Let's see those tricos zoom."
Yay! Tic Tac is actually the server admin for Team Eco speedruns. He ran this game at some point before and has trouble running it to date. Yeah, also good friend. Yeah, shouts to Tic Tac.
And
Forgot to say,
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
to say
go ahead.
Shadow of the sorry, I forgot to say he runs Shadow of the Colossus and holds world records in a bunch of categories. Yeah, making sure to shout out the homies.
Exactly. And speaking of shoutouts, I do want to just remind everyone that all of this money that we are raising is going toward Malala Fund. And Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. With more than 130 million girls out of school today, Malala Fund partners with education advocates and activists who are breaking down barriers that hold girls back. So just remember, every donation, it's going to that, which is awesome. And you can see pets or pet trico, right? I keep wanting to say trico. I know there's like a whole thing about how to say it. So
yeah, there are some runners in our community who say trico. So
Yeah.
hashtag acceptance, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, I'm coming up to the end of like this little auto scroller section because Trico just kind of at some points in the game, Trico just kind of like jumps up all by himself, and we don't need to give him any commands or anything. He'll just do like the same thing each time. There may be some variance in movement, but he'll always like do it himself.
Except for if you try to stand up and stretch or go to the bathroom or something, then he'll mess it up. And you'll come back and be like, what happened?
So like sometimes when you're on Trico, so if you're standing on Trico like this, sometimes he will like move in the way that the boy will bounce off. It's kind of rare, but usually during an auto scroller, if I need to pee, I will just like run during this auto scroller, and the amount of times that the boy has like casually bounced off, and I come back and I'm just like, why am I at the bottom of the tower? Wait a minute.
Trico's kind of like a surfboard, and he interacts with the hitboxes and collision of the stuff around him in weird ways sometimes. So the boy can get sheared off of his little Trico surfboard by grinding up against the walls, and so that's why we try to stay in the middle of his back instead of on his sides.
Yeah. And also, fun fact, petting Trico is actually the safest way you can stay on top of him. Because if you're actually petting him, then the boy's less likely to bounce off because the boy is actually, doing a crouch in that pet animation if you're on top. So yeah, it's tactical petting, I'll have you know.
Because again, this game doesn't have a grab button, unlike Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, so if the boy lets go, it's well, okay.
Also,
there's not much you can really do about it.
Have we talked about Susan?
We haven't really talked about Susan.
Oh no, we haven't talked about Susan.
Uh-oh. We get alarms
they're after
for
me.
Susan.
I'm fine. It's not after me. Everything's all good.
Well,
yeah,
but
Susan
it's
is
after
the
Susan.
Susan is the community nickname for the second Trico. Yeah, instead of just calling her second Trico, evil Trico, yeah, we just call her Susan. It's fun, I guess.
And we saw her once already. When Trico was taking the bath, we looked up and saw that he was upset at something, and she was kind of hanging out up on some scaffolding. But we haven't seen her since, except for, I guess you've probably seen her at this point.
Yeah, I've just been knocked down. Trico's just kind of getting up after being wounded. I had a significant amount of time loss in that section because I didn't get like the full rope run, and I also like fell off. Like, you know that wooden beam with the glass eyes on? Mm-hmm. That you pull the lever? Like, apparently, like, a few pixels of that, there's no, like...
There's no dangle toes?
No, and you just, woo, and you just go, Yep. Man, I'm actually kind of salty about that. Like to turn around.
So I'm just coming up on Susan giving me a bap right in the face. And we're both going to be in this vine section where Trico's going to be figuring out, or trying to figure out, how to get us out of this tree. Are you going for standard vine skip?
I'll do the vine skip that doesn't crash my game, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yay.
I'm going to do modified vine skip. I'm kind of notorious in the community for dying, like, every time that I do vine skip. It shouldn't be that hard, but essentially what we're going to do is, instead of waiting for Trico to carry us down to the floor, we're going to angle ourselves to jump onto these vines that are like way down but in a corner, and we're going to hope that grabbing those vines cancels out how far the game thought that we fell, so that we just end up on the floor, but the game doesn't think that we've fallen far enough to die.
Okay.
I will
Whenever
say
I'm in this section now, like whenever the screen goes black, I just go, it's not crashing, is it? We're okay. But yeah, so at some parts of the game there is like a death plane over like a void, but in parts like this, when you're indoors, the game kind of has to like make an estimating guess on like how far is too far before you're going to die. Oh man, the flopping on that boy, yikes. And yeah, so sometimes like, even if you'll grab onto the vines and you actually do the animation to grab onto the vines down below, the boy can still like trigger like the death like scene for no reason, and it like sucks.
Yeah, you can like successfully grab the vines and be done with the skip, and it still like fades to black.
There you go, it's better. Damn it. Broke my leg. So recently I've not been hitting the vines as much, I've just been hitting like the ledge, like next, like near it.
That's like workable, right?
Yeah, but also leg breakable.
Yeah.
There's another like barrel puzzle skip as well, where usually, you know, we'd have to like throw the barrel up on these like ridges and stuff, but instead we can just go, nah thanks, I'm okay, and just use this little bit of architecture, there we go, got it, to like bolt us up, so the game thinks we're on a higher point than we actually are, and so it just kind of boosts us, and yeah, we just grab the barrel and feed Trico.
Yep, it's the same principle for all barrel skips, where we just kind of wedge ourselves up onto one tiny little chunk that you're not supposed to be on.
Yeah.
a question about that section that you just did. When you are dangling by your shirt, are you giving Trico any commands? Or is it faster just to not, or just let him do what he wants?
I mean, I find it faster to call him for the first chunk of it, and then the second chunk, the second chunk, I give him the jump command, because I do want him to actually like jump up above me. But he'll do it like eventually, even if you don't, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. When I did play it casually, I was giving him the jump commands, and then he would go up and down. So
Yes.
he went all the way up, and then he went all the way down, and then he went all the way up.
You have to be careful with like the amount of like jump commands you give him. So there's like a specific point in which you can give him a jump command. So after he does his first like paw, like dangly thing where he tries to grab you with his paw, that's like the cue for like, okay, after he does that animation, you can give him a jump command, and that means he's ready to go from that animation to the jumping animation. And you have to like hold like R1 and hold on, what's right? Hold R1 and right, sorry. And then once he jumps back, you just straight away start spamming triangle and R1 to get him to jump vertically. If that makes sense. Yes?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hope.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Yeah.
that does.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to like think about the controls when you've actually got the controller in your hand and are playing the game.
That is very true. I was trying to explain a Shadow of the Colossus strat to somebody new, and I'm just like, wait, I have to grab a controller. Okay, now what do I do? Okay. I think that's what I do.
And Shadow of the Colossus is like even worse because it's like, are you using classic controls or are you using modern controls?
I have
Yep, that
all
is
your
true.
camera controls inverted? Like, damn. Yeah, Shadow's a whole different problem, let's say. Yikes. It's like, so a lot of like people in Team Eco speedruns community like actually have ran or have played or whatever with all three games, so Eco, Shadow, and The Last Guardian. I do not like that. No. So yeah, they've like ran all three games, and it's amazing to think like how some people like think that, oh, The Last Guardian's the easiest. Like, I think The Last Guardian's the easiest.
Me too.
And then some people are just like, how's it the easiest? It's like twice as long, it's like all these little things going on. So some people say it's the hardest, but some people say Shadow's the hardest, some people say Eco's the hardest.
Like, Shadow is by far the hardest to me in a speedrun sense.
Yeah.
I think, like, I guess I would say just casual play-wise, it's the best of the three.
Yeah.
But speedrun-wise, it's by far the hardest to me. But I think that, yeah, most runners would be, whoa, what was that? Most runners would be like, man, Last Guardian is brutal. Because there's just so much variability and all that baked in. Also, we've got these fellows over here with shields that look like eyeballs. And obviously Trico doesn't like eyeballs, so he's not going to fight for as long as they're holding those up. Our first priority whenever we see those, from now until the end of the game, is to get them to drop those shields, or else Trico will go completely pacifist, he won't do anything. And I don't really think that this was intended, but it is just kind of what happens. If he does kind of get caught up by one of those shields, I missed the jump, by one of those shields, and he like freezes because he's panicked, that will make him less likely to do a good job in fights for the rest of the game. We're not really sure why, so it's important that we destroy those as soon as possible.
Don't grab me, don't grab me, don't grab me. Almost be like, ooh. Yeah, that's a wolf. Yeah,
I will catch up to you.
Yeah,
I will do
I've
it.
already like had some like mistakes in this segment, so yeah, feel free to catch up to me. It's all good. Everything's fine. I can guarantee. I'm very relaxed and comfortable at this current point in time.
I mean,
Yeah,
I did just
super comfy.
did just die, but you know, it's all right.
Well, the when you do get caught by the armors, you have to mash until you are free.
Yeah, and by mash I mean every button on this controller will get rid of one of the symbols that the armor cast on you, and that is the fastest way. You just have to like mush like your fingers across the controller to like get free. And it sounds really aggressive sometimes, especially like on PB pace. Like you will hear like noises that just aren't okay for a controller.
I feel like genuinely playing Last Guardian since 2017 is why both of my PlayStation 4 controllers needed to like be replaced because they started to have like joystick drift.
Oh no.
I just
I feel
wrecked
that
them.
playing Shadow. I have officially broken one controller with camera stick drift.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yep.
Hey.
But
Yeah, I'm lucky, so sorry, I got my PS4 like second hand. So I run on a Pro and Sable has a PS5. There's no real difference in the game really, so that's why like the leaderboards are the same and we can race all happy. And yeah, like even though I got my PS4 second hand and so is the controller, it's completely fine. The controller's got absolutely no drift and it takes a beating, let me tell you. When I'm speedrunning, it just gets mollywopped.
So I think we're both going to end up kind of just going through this little platforming section. So this would be a good time to hear more about the incentives that we're working on.
Awesome. I can definitely do that. We do have a great donation that just came in that does mention both of them. So we've got $50 from Adorabibble, who says, "Pets and pets, splitting my donation to see a cute, cute pet and to pet a cute, cute floof, less than 3. And that is a reminder that when you go to donate, gamesdonequick.com/donate, you can select either one of these incentives or both of these incentives to pet Trico and to see this pet cam for our live pets, or you can just pick one of them, and every little bit helps, y'all. Our minimum donation for this event is actually only $2, so you could throw in $2, you could put $1 toward each, you could put them both toward one. And I would love to challenge chat, since we've been talking about the treats that some of these pets might be getting if they get shown on stream. What is your pet's favorite treat? Feel free to donate, and maybe we can learn about some fun new pet treats like cat yogurt.
Yes.
What did you call it? Fruity?
So
Froob?
Yeah. FROOB. So like the Yakuza runner, Froob. Can I get on your head, Trico?
I mean, I got blueberries for more. I don't got anything cool like Froob.
Froob.
I didn't know Froob came out with a tuna flavor.
I think it's actually got catnip in it as well.
Ooh,
Spicy fruits.
Spare no expense, I guess.
Only the most quality of Froob for Sindri.
Yes. What I just did in the back to the game. What I just did in the game. So if I reset on Trico's head, and then I climb back onto his head, he'll do like a certain animation right away with this like big aroma pot. So I'll push the aroma pot forward enough for me to be able to just like grab onto a ledge, and I just made it in time, and jumped far enough. But otherwise we'd have to manually push the pot and then climb back onto Trico, and yeah, it saves like 8 seconds or something like that. And I'm in the pool of bad water.
I am nearly in the pool of sad water. The Baja Blast pool.
The Baja Blast pool. So we're kind of stuck down here. You know, we have to rely on like Trico, I guess, to like help us out. But Trico needs to like break the wood and then dunk his tail down between some wood, broken wood, and that's complete RNG. Unfortunately, Trico can break wood straight away, or he can just stand around and do nothing.
For his tail, at least, this game, like a lot of games, if you're familiar at all with how games like preserve their processing power, you know, they unload things that you're not looking at. And this game is no exception, so it will thankfully not always load everything that's in the room if you're not looking at it. So runners will typically, as soon as Trico breaks this floor, will stop looking at him so that when his tail falls down, it has less things to get caught on, since they won't be loaded in if we're not looking.
Yeah, less polygons, less problems, right? Right? That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Oh god, yeah, I know, but the game just moved the camera on me. Like, game, why would you do that? I was just fine not looking at the tail, but suddenly...
The game just wanted to look at Trico's tail.
No. The audacity of the game. Yes.
The game is actively on Sable's side of the race.
Yeah. So unfortunately the tail is like, it's, oh, now you're dropping. Hello. What's going on? That is a strange drop, but I'll take it. Like his tail was like floating somewhere.
That should be like the subtitle of this game. The Last Guardian, what's going on?
Come on, game.
Which, speaking of the race, you guys have been neck and neck basically the entire time.
Yeah,
so,
we've been swapping places like a lot as well.
Yeah, it's so impressive.
I'm surprised we stayed this close for like this long as well.
It's funny because like we often describe this game as like very high RNG, right? Because of Trico. And yet we can be fairly accurate in predicting how long it's going to take, and you know, things like that, which shouldn't, it's like a predictable kind of unpredictability.
Yeah. So
is
because I
very
had all
fun.
that like stumbling as well in that pool, Sable's actually gonna catch up like to within like a decent chunk of time now. And again, we still have like fights and stuff to worry about first.
White tower skip.
Yeah, mine
I don't know how
skip.
you feel about that, but that
I'm
is,
pretty confident.
that's a thing.
The biggest skip in the entire game, you know, the one that saves like 6 minutes, or what feels like 6 minutes.
Cheviel was the game forced Sable to lose 3 minutes because she was too fast, which is very true.
Yeah, my Trico broke a drawbridge. He was like, you
too
sit
good.
down and think about what you've done.
It's like, how dare you be too fast? You stop that.
You there, criminal scum. You have violated the law.
You have violated the law. We're not supposed to go fast. Wait, we're at a speedrun marathon? What?
But well, we are. So I'm actually going to do a thing called Sancho Step, which is named after Sancho Panda. It saves like a couple seconds, so usually we press like square to get the barrel on top of the box, but if I just go onto here and like swish my way onto the box, there we go, like that. Yeah, it's a little bit quicker, but only quick if I get it first try, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you actually throw it like that?
Wow, throwing shade because I got it second try, thanks.
Oi. How the turntables. Boy's aim is off. Rude.
Have you ever had it just like land on that ledge? Because that
Yeah.
makes you feel so epic.
Yeah. Well, it makes me feel like uneasy. Is a better word, I'd say.
Hey, at least we're not getting Colo Barrel.
Oh goodness, no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Colosseum Barrel is there's a reason why less people run all barrels. So there are 48 barrels scattered throughout the game. I think only, was it 9? More than 9? Is it 10 maybe? Are mandatory?
Yeah,
And then
something like that. 9, I want to say.
Yeah. And then the rest are just kind of hidden. And there's one that is literally just RNG galore that is just like physics and physics and physics, and it's a horrible barrel. I did a run, an all barrels run, at really their choice, and I did not get Colosseum Barrel. I just skipped it because I was on there for like 15-20 minutes just
Yep.
trying to get one barrel. Yeah.
Once you get to like 15 minutes, you're like, what am I doing with my life? Like, let me just briefly reconsider every choice I've ever made that led me to this point.
Yeah. The game giveth and the game taketh away.
Does the game giveth? Does the
Sometimes.
game?
Sometimes
But we
the
are...
The game is a
we-
game.
Yeah, that's one thing you can say for sure. We are coming up on Coliseum, both of us, and there's a cool little thing we can do. We're going to try to despawn some armors. There are 4 armors in the Coliseum, and as far as we understand it, they spawn like one by one, starting from the back of the room and going toward the front of the room. So if we go and put our little toes right on the checkpoint and then immediately reset, we should, within a couple frames, be able to cut it off before it spawns all of the armors, and it should hopefully only spawn one.
Yeah. So this is one of them skips or glitches that's actually easier on base PlayStation 4, because base PS4 loads the game in slower than PS5 and PS4 Pro. So you have more frames to play with base PS4 in this glitch, which is super interesting actually.
Yeah, that makes it, I don't know what you would call that, frame specific instead of like frame perfect, right?
Yeah. Like it feels like there's a good like handful of frames, like, because I felt like, oh, I haven't gotten it when really I have, or sometimes I feel like I get it and then I don't. It's kind of like here and there as a skip. And hopefully we both get it first try, which would be
Hopefully.
fantastic.
It's possible, actually, it's kind of interesting. It's possible if you're a little bit too slow but still fast enough that you'll get 2 or 3 armors instead of the full 4. So, like, you can stop it at any point during its load. It's just that the
Nice.
2 and 3 armor variants are fairly rare.
I don't know if I got the loading zone. Okay, so I got the 2 armor spawn.
Hey, nice. We were just talking about it being rare.
Yeah. So the reason why we wanted only 1 armor is obviously because, you know, it's quicker, like, duh. But also, the second armor has a mirror on him, or rather an eye shield, that we just don't want Trico to see. So yeah, you gotta grab that on you.
Also, speaking of mirror, I realized that we literally never pointed out that the boy doesn't have the shield anymore. He lost it, like, the first time that he got nommed. When he woke up, it was gone. So, rest in peace being able to summon Trico's lightning. Looks like I got the 1 variant. So that's cool, we got 2 different things.
Yeah. Example. You do that. You do that thing. Yeah, you do the thing. Yes, buddy. Good boy.
A really
Yep, you're gonna
fun,
move. You're gonna move.
really fun thing with some yeeting is coming up. It's probably one of my favorite things in the game.
The yeets, yes. We like yeet. And cute little animation of Trico opening the door here as well. Look at his little paws go. Oh, he's trying his second best. Trico has some like phenomenal animations in this game that we do like skip over. So the way Trico's AI is kind of built, if you're stuck in an area for too long, Trico will actually like give you hints as to where you need to go. And he'll like sometimes point towards things or start interacting with things, and it's like super adorable and cute.
He's very smart. He's got a, like, his AI truly is a feat of engineering for all of the, you know, all of the gooberiness that we describe. As speedrunners, we're not a big fan of all the variability, but in terms of making him a believable character, they did like an absolutely amazing job.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was a good catapult.
Yeah, the
Also-
catapult's actually like pretty easy, which is neat.
We are starting to get some.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying we are starting to get some pet treat donations. So just let me know when a good time to throw in some of those is.
We can do it now. To be
Yeah, we
fair.
could probably do it now.
All right. Well, we have $2 from Vivi who says, "Here's to the pet incentives. Let's go chat. My rabbits like raspberries."
Ooh.
And speaking of bunnies, we do have $25 from Char Bunny who says, "Did you know that bunnies like bananas? That's the favorite treat of my 2 adorable floofs, Minnie and Sunflower. Less
Oh,
than 3.
no.
Here's hoping we can see some precious pets on stream during this run."
Shout outs to rabbits, like adorable. They do be adorable.
And we are at $1,959 out of that 4,000, so we are so close to halfway there. We've got time. We can do it, chat. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, we can do it.
I just saw the oof.
Yep. I don't know.
How?
What on earth?
What happened? Yo. When you do you ever have a dream that you that you that
Oh no.
ugh. Ouch. I don't have words. That didn't happen to me at least.
Yeah, I don't know why he just didn't grab. He was in a perfect spot to grab. He just decided not to.
Just had to bonk off Trico's head. Just had to display that. Oh, and broke his leg.
Yeah. And, you know, because I bonked off of Trico's head instead of landing on his back, I don't even get the cool trophy.
Oh. Oh yeah, so how far are we on the pet cam progress?
We, I'm just refreshing that. Yeah, we've hit 1,959 out of the 4,000, so we are just under halfway there. We're getting really close, so everyone keep donating pet's favorite food, or, you know, if you want favorite snacks, I don't know. It's pet day. Tell us fun pet facts. Talk about bunnies, talk about doggos.
Or just,
Talk about- talk
donate
about-
to the
talk about
Malala
more.
Fund. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, if you put it toward that pet cam incentive, we'll get to see the adorable Sindri the cat, and Mort the lizard. I can say words.
Yes. Words are hard. Words
Sometimes,
are hard.
for sure.
Yup. If anyone wants to know just a bit more about like my cat, because cat law I guess is a thing. So I adopted my cat November last year. So I got him from a local rescue that specializes in rescuing feral cats and kittens. But because there's like a lot of strays and whatnot in the area and like abandoned and neglected cats, they've obviously had to take in just so many other like poor kitties, which is like super unfortunate. And yeah, I got matched with him, and I had to travel to the next county, like the next city over to like meet him. And I was like, because the way cats are, they kind of like choose their owners when they're fully grown. When they're kittens, they kind of like mold onto you naturally, but when they're fully grown, they can be quite picky. And I was so worried. I was like, oh, he was like a feral for all this time. Is he gonna like me? Is he gonna let me like touch him? Is he gonna like hate me? Is he gonna scratch me? And he let me pet him at his foster house, and I was like, sold. Give him to me.
See, Mort, for all the more that nowadays everybody's like, oh, Mort, he's such a precious little lizard. He hated me when he was a baby. He would chew my fingers off. And now, of course, he's adorable and wonderful. But
Aggressive.
yeah, he was just a grumpy boy.
So where did you like exactly get Morphe from?
I got Mort from a lady who had a bunch of baby Morts. Because her lizards had baby Morts, and his mom's name was... Actually, can I even remember his parents' names?
Mrs. Mort?
Uh-oh, I used to know their names. I'm sorry, Mort. I failed on the lore. But his name, by the way, I mean, here's the true lore. His name isn't actually Mort. His name is Artorias from Dark Souls. But it's not, let's be real.
I did not know that. That's fascinating.
If you look back to some of my earliest stream, like VODs, it says Artorias Cam instead of Mort Cam.
Oh.
And how many times would you say you've got some people in your chat asking, hey, do you have a lizard called Rick? How often do you get that?
It happened fairly often, like right when I started calling him Mort instead. And then it's kind of tapered off.
So people just stop being weird. Good. Coming out of water section in a moment as well. Hoping he does animation.
Look at them Trico doggy paddles.
There's a possibility that he can glitch as he like tries to like swim into like this like underground like tunnel, and that's just unpleasant. Or the boy can just let go for no reason. That's great too. And I'd say we have like an hour and 40 minutes maybe left of the run, if not left. Yeah. So hopefully we can actually like get the pet cams before the run's over, and like feed our good boys their yummy treats.
We did go over the 50% mark.
Yay!
So
Let's go!
we're over halfway. Whoa!
No DMCA. Please. Stream will stay alive.
Like stopping right there. No more sounds.
No sound, just visual.
Just
gotta
hype
turn
for the
off the-
pet cam.
Yep. Gotta turn off the Yusu soundboard.
Oh,
First of all, how dare? You can't have that happen.
This is true.
Wait, that's illegal.
That is illegal.
So I'm coming up to like a climbing section. I'm getting from point A to point B for like a solid minute or so. So at Sable, are you probably coming into that section now as well? aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm just waking up.
Wake up. There we have time for just anything as well right now.
Awesome. Well, we are definitely getting some love. We also have some more, pet food things. I think we do have an anonymous donator with $25 who just says Froobs. We have $25 from MK who says watching with my cats Sherlock and Watson and crossing my fingers for pet cam. Maybe a $5 train? Count this as 5 tickets. 3 for us, 2 for chat. And yes, I love that idea. Let's get a $5 pet cam train going, chat. We can definitely do this. We want to see these cute pets.
100%. Mine's just on the sofa behind me, just being a loaf of bread. So yeah, definitely, if you want to see him do some tricks and eat some yummy food, donate now. or else.
Or else.
There will be trouble.
We love a loaf. But yeah, we do have a lot of love coming in for y'all and for this run, so I can definitely read a few more. We've got 25 from Blackberry Dragon who says, good luck to both racers. They are both wonderful people. Shoutouts to all the Team Eco Speedruns crew.
Blackberry Dragon's actually another Last Guardian runner and member of Team Eco Speedruns. Lovely bean. Thank you so much for the donation.
We have $25 from Pink. There's an exclamation mark afterwards, so it made sense. And they say, Critter Cam, pretty pets please. We have $25 from Enosaur who says, pet cam, less than 3. We have $25 from Bellapon who says, I need this pet cam to be unlocked and also want to see Elden Ring, so let's keep this up. Go! Good luck to both runners on the Last Guardian race. We love to see you. And that is a great... Yeah, that's a great reminder that we do have that bonus game incentive for this evening, so you can donate to and select that select the incentive for the pet cam, but then that grand total is all going to get applied. Icon words, great.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. Select that pet cam incentive. You do have to choose that, but then any donations made, that grand total, once it adds up to $80,000, we will unlock that Elden Ring bonus percent run.
Shouts to Loxa, who will be doing the Elden Ring bonus run.
So, lots more. You want more marathon? This is how you get more marathon. You can also get cute pets.
Yes.
Jason sends in $50 and says, you are all awesome and supporting a great cause. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Jason, for your donation. We've
Sable,
got... Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to explain some of the stuff in this particular segment?
Yeah, sure. I'm assuming you're also dealing with Susan being a grumpy pants.
Yeah.
So we have been separated from our Trico during those water puzzles. He has really big lungs. Big surprise, we don't. So he kept swimming, and we sort of drowned a little bit. No big deal. And so now we're trying to get back to our Trico. We've been bamboozled a little bit, seeing this Trico. We saw its tail and its feet, and we were like, oh, that's our Trico. It wasn't. So she's pretty angry, and we're navigating some tight platforming to make sure that she doesn't start whacking us around. It's very hard to get up once she gets you once, so we're trying to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, usually when you first jump off that tree onto her kind of platform, if she can slap you straight away. She can jump and wait, or sometimes she can be stuck. And if she slaps you, you'll be flying off the edge of that cliff, which is not nice at all. Apart from some janky physics, so I tried to grab the ivy, the first bit of ivy, but the boy just wouldn't grab it for some reason, which was strange, but okay.
Hashtag just boy things.
Yeah, just TLG things really. So that was weird, but Yeah, now we're in the cage and she's trying to grab me down.
So this is going to be, this next little section that we affectionately call Cage Puzzle is going to be a real definer for the run. A lot of people can gain or lose a lot of time to cage. It has to do with physics, it has to do with Trico, it's a little bit of everything. Trico's going to try to help us. And he's, you know, his heart's in the right place. His paws, not so much. He can make it a lot harder. This cage doesn't roll in a straight line, and we have very little room in which to move it, so lots of things can go wrong, or lots of things can go right, and you save a lot of time.
Yeah. So if you've noticed the physics in this game being like super wonky, super janky, well, because I'm in this cage already, I can actually showcase like if I move this side, you know, it kind of tilts over, and like the way it also moves, like it can easily get stuck on rocks, like this cage currently is. Shouts to cage. It's also like momentum based, so if I like had a run up, I can get over like rocks and stuff. It's like really annoying to turn. Like you have to like go to one corner, go back, and then like bank at another corner, and it's a nightmare. It's a complete like physics nightmare to deal with. And this tends to be like a good part of the run to pee at as well, because you're always waiting like a set amount of time for the green to like fade to black. Because yeah, this is a part of the run where it would be, you know, perfect animal cam time, but however, we are still waiting on some more lovely donations for that. He's right there. He's right behind me. He's chilling.
Speaking of, we could probably read some too.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we have some lovely donations for that, if you would like some.
Yeah.
We've got Anonymous with $5 saying, $5 train for pets? Sure, why not? Less than 3. We've got $25 from Sleeping Puppy, who says, my name might be Sleeping Puppy, but I am the mama cat to 2 darling kittens named Tally and Tola. I'm giving them plenty of pets while we're watching the race. We can't let all the critters on the stream go without pets of their own. I believe in you, Twitch chat. We have $150 from Spooky Bobberts, who says, I just finished The Last Guardian for the first time, and these ladies are blowing my mind with this speedrun. Good luck to both. Now let's see that pet cam. We have $10 from Vivian, who says, see the animals. We have
Petsy animals, perhaps, you know? Give them a little cuddle.
Yeah, we would love this. This would be great. We have $5 from Vivi, who says choo choo. Again, jumping on that train to get this pet cam incentive met. Again, make sure that when you are donating, that you do select that incentive on the donation page. There's a little button you can click to be like, add incentives, and then you can add activate pet cam. And then put your donation toward that. And then we can see these good pets and give them treats.
Yes.
Still rolling, or?
Well, I'm about to start doing the cage puzzle, so I can kind of like explain the setup I'm gonna attempt. So I do like a checkpoint reset here to like skip Trico doing like another like roaring animation stuff. And I'm trying to roll like in the center of this platform. And I kind of want to be more on this side, like the right hand side of this cage. And I want the cage to be fully up against this wall. So Trico's gonna like nudge me with his puzzle, and he can kind of nudge me like a lot or a little. He can send the cage spinning, but we want to be, you know, facing forward, so we can just go across to like that beam of wood over there, which will like advance the story, or will advance the game rather. But it's just when he wants to do that is another problem. And yeah, this is one like the heaviest like RNG sections of the game. I'm gonna get a little puzzle bot. So Let's see what we got here, bud. Okay, I'm rocking it, I'm digging it. Okay, looks good. You also have to work with like the momentum. The cage will also roll at a certain angle. So I have to like slow myself down and then move, like speed up, and go from one end to another. That's like a first cage setup. So that's a good stuff after a good start. But cage doesn't end there. We have to do a very similar thing at the bottom of this kind of area as well. And that one can be worse, actually. Yeah, it's a skip that exists. It's not even a skip, it's just unbearable.
Hopefully somebody gets a hole-in-one. That would be awesome.
Hole-in-one, a very, very rare thing. So I'll kind of like explain that when I do get down to it and do the jump. The magical like platforms down there, the ones that light up, they open the cage. So that's kind of where we're like going to. And we need to roll down a set of stairs. We always roll down the middle because that gives us like the best kind of jump towards where we need to go. And it's completely RNG, you know, how you'll land or how far you'll land, if you'll land or if you have to reset or whatever. And there's this teeny tiny chance that you'll get a hole-in-one, which is where you actually land where you're supposed to like straight away the momentum of the jump, and it's just I don't know how to, I don't even know how. I don't know. So I got like a pretty bad jump. I'm all the way in this corner over here. So that's going to be a pain in the buttocks to redo.
I am just getting there. We'll see where I end up. I'm sure it'll be, you know, off in the corner behind the other cage. So that's just how this game rolls.
So we're hoping at least for a par, if not a hole-in-one.
And there's also this helmet in the cage as well. And if the boy like gets hit with the helmet, he will break his leg, and then he won't be able to roll the cage fast enough, and that does suck. So yeah, even though I got like a really bad angle, I managed to like rotate myself enough so that I only had to do like a couple like runs basically. It's good. And what kind of angles we get in Sable?
It was a little suspicious. I was afraid that the cage was going to stand like on its end somewhere, but it fixed itself, so we're all right. I kind of ended up in between the two.
Yeah. There's like a slight raised ledge to get into that little platform as well, and you can't just roll over it. You need to have momentum behind you to do it. This is like another barrel puzzle skip, and I need to hit this ledge and bump myself up. There we go.
And you can see the armors come to life when we throw a head on them, and they're not alive when they don't have heads. And we'll progressively see more and more of them that don't have heads yet. And we will change that.
Yeah, this is another like mandatory barrel feeding section, so like especially after like stressful events, Trika will be like, okay, I just need a moment, hold on. And he needs to be fed a barrel and he'll regain some of his strength. There we go. Perfect stuff. We're actually both on like pretty good time, like marathon time actually.
This is nice.
Run looking kind of cute though. There's a very specific command I give at this point, so I've already given it. It's just the one I need, and then Trico will look in that direction, give me a as in like a yes, I understand. And what that means is it's gonna jump all the way over to where I need him without me having to keep telling him, and that's like the fastest way. It basically turns some of this jumping section into an auto-scroller, which is, you know, good.
And we're closer than we might originally think to White Tower Skip, which is probably the next defining thing that we're going to do.
Mind skip maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
But that's an oof. That's a.
See, I've
damage.
never gotten mind skip, so I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. So technically the hardest skip you can do in any percent that's, you know, actually, you know, viable. It's early mirror, and we do a pretty much frame perfect jump off of an upwards facing like bit of architecture to get a boosted jump, and we can do that in another part of the game to our advantage, which will save a minute if we get it first try. So it saves more than it would with early mirror, but the setup is a lot more like difficult as well, and there's been a lot less like development and like just sussing out the trick in general, if that makes sense.
Like if it puts it in perspective, you know, I spent a couple years making essentially a segmented run. I call it a task, but it's a segmented run of this game where everything is like as perfect as possible. And I tried to do Mind Skip, and I deemed it to be impossible. And then, you know, it just kind of got left for a while, and then Walter made it happen. So something that we thought wasn't possible turned out to be possible after all.
Yeah, and then I think did Brian have something to do with it as well?
Maybe. Brian is a big, like, glitch hunter. He's great at going out of bounds and finding ways to be places that you shouldn't be in this game.
Like, very good. Yeah, shout outs to Brian for helping us, like, discover things in this run. And we have just more, like, jumping sections as well, so now is also a good time for donos.
Excellent. We've had some good ones come in, including $20 from non-binary code that says a haiku. Petcam. Hi, Petcam. PETCAM. Now, ICANN has Petcam.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. You know what? 12 out of 10.
And I agree. I would love to have that Petcam. And just to update y'all on that, we are at $2,134 out of that $4,000. So we are making our way. We can keep that $5 train going, chat. You can still donate your pet's favorite snacks or fun pet facts. What are the combinations of animal that you think Trico is? Because we have talked a little bit about all of the various critters that make up our good friend, but you know, I'm happy to hear chat's thoughts. So
yeah,
let's keep it
I
going.
love hearing about people's pets. Also, you know, not everyone can donate, which is understandable and completely valid. If we could maybe start like a Twitter hashtag where it's like petcam at GDQ flame for towels, you know, maybe that would get some more petcam hype up in here. How's that sound?
Sounds lovely to me. I'm all for Petcam hype. So
Petcam hype?
hype.
Hype?
Hi.
Dangle.
We do have $50 from J_Ms who says Trico is so cute that I had to donate.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, Trico is very cute.
He's a good boy.
I know we've talked a lot about barrels in this run as well, and Cheville Tortue, I may have said that completely wrong, and I'm sorry. But it says, I see you sneaking those barrels, Sable. Where's the lizard wizard?
I might have snuck Trico some barrels that he didn't need. Maybe. You didn't see anything.
It's for a special event.
Trico's a good boy.
Yeah. Trico deserves treats too.
Gotta give him those extra Baja Blast barrels.
Extra Baja.
Time for another one?
Yeah.
Cool. We've got $25 from Starlight Now, who says, you are all incredible people. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you, Star.
And I'm just coming up to sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I'm just coming up to like the second antenna room. So this is where we get nommed again, unfortunately. And then this is where we would have like the flashback cutscene, which kind of explains like, oh, that's how we got here. Oh, okay. You know, it's that kind of like cutscene. And unfortunately we skip it, and then we have to deal with some scripted event cutscene in game, which we love to see. So this is like the think, the next biggest like major downtime of the run in general until we finish. Yeah, I think it is.
I definitely think it is. It's multiple minutes for sure.
It's the unfortunate nomming section. And then Disco Eyes.
Disco Eyes. I love it.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna stretch my legs real quick while my Trico is being grumpy.
Wrong. I have been consumed.
We don't get more sick tattoos, sadly, each nom.
Yeah, so Sancho Panda always likes to make this joke, usually after like you get nommed in the first antenna room. It's like, oh, every time we get nommed, we get like some more tattoos. And he always makes the joke of, he's basically like a little like Post Malone. What do you call a little Post Malone? Pre-Malone. And yeah, it became like a meme. Yeah, a big funny.
Good old pre-Malone.
Yeah. And yeah, we just have to like sit through this like scripted event of like Trico trying to revive the boy as well, which is nice.
It's also like really heartbreaking watching Trico just struggle, like, oh no, what did I do? I have so much regret. Like, don't don't be dead, don't be hurt. And it feels like it chokes me up sometimes when I think about it. It's like he can't help himself.
And his little animal brain just trying to like put the pieces together and just be like, what happened? What did I do? How do I undo? And yeah, it's adorable. Like during like the first casual playthrough, it's literally just heartbreaking, and you just, well, the tears well up. And yeah, this game makes a lot of people cry as well. Yeah, this game destroys people. It's very emotionally gripping, and most of the storytelling is, the bond you have with this character, just in real time in general, because casually you'll be spending like way more time, you'll be getting, all kinds of barrels, you'll be petting him. If you pet him on certain spots of his body, he can do like certain animations, he can like nap and yawn and stretch, and yeah. There's a lot of like things that we gloss over in the speedrun just because we don't have time to do it. But yeah, just like if you've got this game or you've got like PS Plus or PS Premium, whatever it's called now, like I would highly recommend just trying this game and just like interacting with Trico, because like from like a game design standpoint as well, Trico's AI is just like really, really good.
I think that could be said with like basically all of the gen design games. They definitely tug at the heartstrings in different ways.
Yeah.
They are playable works of art.
Yeah, it's probably, definitely the best way you could put it. And this is another part where you have the famous cutscene RNG, where Trico can do a variety of different walks to get from point A to point B. And we want him to do the fastest one. Oh yeah, I've been sat down for a while.
Feel free to get up and stretch.
Oh, don't forget.
If you've still got some cutscene left.
It's always good to stretch.
I've got
and stay hydrated.
I've got a donation I can throw in if you need a stretch break.
Heck yeah.
Sure. We've got $5 from Non-Binary Code, who says, hoping to encourage $5 dono train for PetCam. If 3 people donate $5, I will match and double it. All cards on the table or whatever. I just really want that PetCam. But also, this all seriously is going to an amazing fund, and anything you can give, if you can, is amazing. Less than 3. And again, our minimum donation for this event is $2, so if you're able to give $2, that's awesome. And we love that and we appreciate that, and that is all going toward Malala Fund. And I would love to just remind y'all that Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. They believe local educators and activists are best suited to address the problems girls face in their communities. Malala Fund invests in their work and collective power to create change, hold leaders accountable, and give girls the tools they need to advocate for themselves. From supporting STEM education for young women in Pakistan to creating safe learning spaces for girls in northern Nigeria, your gift today is an investment in Malala Fund programs that directly benefit girls.
I am getting distracted by my own cat. He's returned. Yeah, you're in a big stretch. What do you want to do? Eh? The
Mort
cat's
has
getting hungry,
decided-
chat. The cat's getting hungry.
Mort has decided to take a nap with his face like directly in the middle of the camera. So
Oh, it's free content.
If only
He's
we could
returned.
see it.
Again, we're having a teaser of what's to come if we coax up $4,000 donation.
When we do it, chat.
Yes.
When
yeah.
we do it.
Yes, not if, when. And Sindri is just being so generous, you know. He's really, really excited about coming up on camera and showing his beautiful face, you know. He's just so ecstatic and looking forward to it. And
The
not in the way
arrival.
at all. No.
the arrival of Sindri and Mort is only a matter of time. It's inevitable.
Now we just need like JoJo, like Brett posturing, like fan art, where it's like Sindri on one side and like Mort on the other. Oh no. Like JoJo jokes are such low-hanging fruit, to be honest. Like they're so easy to make, and the payoff isn't too bad. Like the payoff is like mid.
Is this just like meme ranking now? Grading memes?
Yeah, we are ranking meme. I'm actually coming up to like mine. I am in the mine actually. Tell a lie. So I'm gonna be attempting mine skip, and hopefully the cat's not gonna. No, not on the keyboard. Okay, we're all good. And him flopping.
Good luck to you both on Mind Skip.
No,
Well, I
It is.
am gonna just yeet myself, and if it happens, it happens. Oh, I got it! I got it!
Yo,
That's the first time I've
Nice.
ever
First try.
gotten it.
Poggy,
What?
let's go. First time in a marathon.
Marathon first.
I am like
Okay.
doing the complete wrong setup as well.
Well, that's exciting. That's the
You'll
first
have to
time I've
see it.
ever gotten it, like, ever in history.
Ever in history?
Yeah, like, I've
Ever.
never ever done it.
That's amazing.
Pro runner
Second
strats.
try.
And I am just, you can see how much time it's going to save as well, from screen to screen. I may as well just wait for Trico here.
I was gonna say, because you have to
yeah.
wait for Trico anyway, right?
Yeah,
And here he is.
there he is. I want to see my little boy. Here he comes. Wee. There we go. So yeah,
I
did you
mean-
want mind skip?
Thank you. I'm coming up on White Tower where I can then proceed to just hemorrhage all of that time again. But, you know.
Just, you know, kind of whipping Nene all over the place, you know?
Hey, at least you hit it. You hit it for the first time ever, and you hit it for the first time at a marathon.
And
Yeah.
it's on the Flame Fatales marathon. It's
Yeah.
ultra fun.
Chad is giving you lots of hype for hitting that.
Aw. Thanks.
I'm gonna like double-handed hold this chain open so I can just check what have you got on your belly. Oh, it's your little wart. Okay, I thought it was like something else there. Aha, you're good.
That's
So you-
one of, like,
you just
okay,
waiting
if I
for
can
Trico?
just... If I can just, like, talk for a second about the fact that you're singling out your cat's wart on stream. That's one of the things I love about this game. You have time to do other things.
I get distracted, yes.
So, like, there's a lot that runners think about, and we're always doing something or preparing for something, even if it looks like we're just standing around waiting for Trico. Like, we're still doing minute movements and adjusting ourselves for Trico, but there's also enough time to read chat or to look at the wart on your cat's belly, you know.
Oh, he do be not on stream, honey. Thank goodness we don't have pet cam enabled right now. Yikes. You might see his paw like India. Can you see his like paw right there? I don't know.
No.
Oh damn it. Free foot content. He is just all over the place. You are all over the place, buddy. He is just having fun. He really wants to be on camera right now. Yeah, you do. Good boy. Yeah, okay, you're flopping again? Oh, no, okay, still cleaning. Good, good. Nice to see. Really going thorough in that region, aren't you, buddy?
Trico, my guy. So for some reason, Trico at this particular fight, right in front of the White Tower, just doesn't know how to Trico anymore. And usually that involves us, the player, having to manually pull the heads off of every one of these suits of armor, because he just won't.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I had one armor set up, and it was great, and then Trico ruined it.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh my
can you
dude.
not?
Yeah, this is the most, like, pacifist Trico can get in a fight, and we don't know why. There's nothing, like, to provoke him or anything. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, he's just a goober in this fight, really.
So I'm
Usually
coming up
if I'm,
on
like-
White Tower.
Nice.
I'm
Usually
assuming
if
that
I'm-
you're close.
Sorry. No, carry on. Yeah, he's just, like, started the fight. I've got, like, 1 down.
Yeah.
2 down? I don't know. No, 1 down. This fight is just a pain. Also, like, taking the helmets off the armors is way harder than it seems. So, what are you doing, buddy? Real quick, want to point out, so to grab onto anything or to do anything in this game, you have to press circle. So circle is the universal do something button. And especially later on in the game, we're going to have the mirror back, and we're going to have lots of fights, and there's going to be lots of items we can grab onto. So say if I need to aim like the mirror at the end of the game, what could end up happening is I can grab like a helmet from a suit of armor instead, or just go to Pet Trico and stuff like that. It's like really bad. Like there is a square button that never gets used in the game pretty much. Thanks, Ueda.
Yeah, there were a bunch of buttons that he could have put literally anything on, but why would you do that when you have circle?
Yep.
Everything
Use
is circle
for
button.
everything.
So I'm coming up on White Tower Skip here. The goal, we see these 2 eyeballs, and Trico's not going to want to go across without me getting rid of them. You're supposed to go all the way around the outside of the White Tower, do a bunch of platforming to get from this broken part that I'm on to up top, because there's some stairs around the back. But instead, hopefully, I will just kind of cheese my way into a place where you're not really supposed to be standing. Might take me a couple tries, we'll see. We're not really supposed to be standing inside these V's. And from there, if everything goes according to plan, I will be able to run up one of these beams and just get straight from the bottom to the top. Saves quite a few minutes. My boy is being a noodle.
Okay. And Trico, your head may it stand still. Okay, don't step on me. Do not. Okay, then. Okay. So yeah, White Tower again it's the biggest skip in the game, and just like a complete also sequence break. So just skipping, going around and doing a bunch of platforming on the tower itself. And again, this is completely and utterly like unintended as heck.
Alright, I got it. It was like 4th try or something, which is perfectly fine. It's worth it to try it seriously like 20 times for the amount of time that it saves. So,
Nice, GG.
thank you.
I got fast White Tower. Let's go. First try.
Nice.
And don't jump on the keyboard, cat. Do not. Okay, we're good. My cat likes to sit on the keyboard sometimes, and it's a bit problematic. But he's just being a chill dude, being a loaf.
You should buy one of those like fake keyboards that you don't actually plug in, just so he can sit on it.
Yes. Good shout. Yeah, first try White Tower Skip. That's actually pretty pog. So there are different like kinds of jumps in this game. There's like a running jump, which will take you to like the furthest like lengthwise. And you can also get the furthest lengthwise jump by teetering on the edge of something, which is what we utilize in White Tower Skip to get the exact same kind of momentum set up. So that all you have to do is a specific input on your analog, which is kind of like a flick, just a quick flick. Because if you hold the analog for too long, you will just go straight through the beam. You will just fly past it. So it's quite like, you know, imagine like a side jump in Shadow of Colossus, you know, just a quick, you know, that way, and that's it really. And yeah, the setup is like 100% foolproof, really. If you do it the same every time, there's no like RNG element. It's all like technical, which is good. That there's like something that's not RNG in the run that saves all this time.
Yeah, it is one of those few things that we have where we feel confident that it will work if we do it right, which is saying something for this game.
Yeah, now we've actually caught, well, I say caught back up, just like a lot closer again as well.
We're a couple seconds apart.
Yeah, we're in the same cutscene pretty much, which is very nice.
And also we get to see Trico fly.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, glide, falling with style, some may say.
Falling with style, yes.
Falling with style. And we can do a checkpoint reset here to like teleport to the bits that we need to go to, which is pretty funny. Can I not angle? I'll carry on, sorry, Jade.
Oh no, I'm just saying you guys are neck and neck again. The end of this is going to be really close.
Yeah, it's going to come down to those couple fights.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, considering Sable's also snuck in a barrel here and there as well. I see you. Trying to get them poopies.
I was, yes.
I mean, we still have, you know, till the entire end of the run. They could pop up anywhere.
We have top of White Tower still, so...
So do you want to talk about the wonderful thing that is Trico poop?
Yeah, so Trico can poop, which a lot of people don't know. It's a trophy. And for the Platinum % speedrun, which gets all of the trophies that are associated with your, you know, PlayStation account of this game, that's by far the most problematic because as far as we can tell, there's really no rhyme or reason to when or how he does it or where. We just don't know. We don't understand. But he can poop. So I thought, you know, maybe giving him a couple extra schnackos would help him to do that so that I could post a new time for poop %. But alas, and the even harder thing about the trophy is that you have to be looking at him when he does it. It's called Call of Nature, and it says catch Trico in the act. So it's entirely possible for you to get poops, but not get the trophy, because you don't realize what he's doing until you're not looking at him.
That reminds me, I have a poop %. So in my really, really dare choice run, because I was doing all barrels and I got stuck at Colosseum for so long, we think that the more barrels you feed him and the longer you spend in a particular section of the game, the more likely he is to give you a poop. He pooped for me and I need to like find a way to upload that to SLC.
Yes.
So I can finally be on the poop boards.
There's like a whole 5 people or something at this point on that board.
Yeah. Everyone got a poop in their run, apart from me until like recently. Ooh. Yeah, we totally didn't make a category extension for poop. No.
No. Well, that reminds me of the one person who actually used Trico's poop to solve a puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That blew my mind. I was on Twitch at night, which I'm not usually, and I saw somebody streaming The Last Guardian till like, you know, 12 people or something, and I was like, I'm gonna go over here and just hang out and see what's up. And yeah, they just picked up a Trico poop, which already was one of the luckiest things you can have happen to you, and used it to solve an entire puzzle.
I think it was like
Trico,
one
no,
of the...
no, stop, no. Oh
no,
buddy.
Oh no.
He was being a goober.
Did we both get the swag jump?
Yeah, I got the thing.
Your pog, so did I.
But then Trico decided that he wanted to go backwards instead of what he was supposed to do.
Was he about to jump that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He wanted to real bad.
The risky thing is when you give like just a normal like jump command, what Trico will do is he'll check for available places to jump. And it can be kind of random where he jumps to, which is why sometimes he'll turn back on himself and jump from where he came from, rather than you know, even the direction you're telling him to jump, which is pretty strange, but you know. Luckily, you can get Trico to do jumps without giving him a jump command, so you can give point commands, which effectively can do the same thing. So we do point commands, for example, if we need him to go definitely in a specific way, but there are instances where one is better than the other as well. And we also use like the point command in the water section, because that means that we don't have to like dive and trick him into like diving with the whole dive mechanic, which is neat. So it saves like so much time.
So both of us are coming into this confrontation section. There's a lot of skips and tricks to do in a very tight time frame here. And then we're going to have that spear check that we were talking about before, where Trico needs to have below a certain number of spears or you won't be allowed to progress. Sadly, he's about to get a bunch, so we're going to have to reevaluate once this is over.
So we're skipping a fight here essentially as well, by just dropping down without Trico. So they're going to activate when we run past them. And then when we get past like a certain line, they're not going to chase us anymore. So we can just kind of push the eye off the bridge and then activate like a checkpoint further in, and the game will automatically think, hey, well, you activated this checkpoint, so the fight must be over and done with, right? Can I pull this? Thank you.
And
so yeah, it's actually
here's
just
Susan.
Oi. Leave that. That's right. I thought I was going to checkpoint a little bit early, so I was like, doesn't look safe. And yeah, this is like the confrontation with Susan that we've all been waiting for. And Susan, she angry. She very angry. If anyone wants to, words are hard. If anyone wants to explain the fight a little bit, feel free.
Yeah, I can do it. So the first step, you know, it's stressful. You have to get this Trico off of your Trico. She's being a real grump. So first thing that we do is drop the bridge to try to get her to fall. She recovers, of course, and drags Trico down with her. So what you're supposed to do next is jam her tail in this door to get her to let go, and then wait for her Trico to fall. But runners who feel confident enough with this section will go between their legs, and that's really dangerous because we don't have control of when the boy grabs things. So if he happens to grab one of these other Tricos, we're going to fall with them, and that's going to put us in a very, very disadvantageous spot where we have to do a bunch more platforming and stuff. But they're down again. The only thing we need to do at the end of the fight is to drop this minecart, and the intended way to get to this minecart is to be down with the other Trico and climb up this chain, get up here. It's a whole platforming thing. Or we can just do what I did and presumably what Yuzu is doing and sneak our way down a corner and land exactly where the minecart is.
Yeah. So you know how earlier you were like too quick for the first barrel puzzle skip? Say yes?
I guess yes.
Yeah?
I was my brain was like, wait, there's a barrel skip?
So you can actually do a similar thing here where you're too quick. So if you drop down to this same platform that the minecart's on, during the cutscene of like Trico and Susan like falling down, the game won't give you the trigger to pull the cart. So you have to like jump down or jump back up. And it's just, you have to somehow reactivate that trigger. No, I think you have to move out and then move back in to let the game know, hey, I totally went down here intendedly.
Yeah.
Because usually you're supposed to like climb a chain from on top of Susan and then like make your way up, but no, that's a no.
Yeah, it's a little
from
broken.
me. Yeah. That's also heckin' slow. And this is actually the part of the game where we have our spear check as well.
Yeah,
So what I'm going to do, I'm pulling out my
gonna
spears
get
first.
got.
Yeah.
And
I
hey,
have
we
way
get the
too
mirror
many.
show back.
Yeah!
Yay, our best friend. I'm so ecstatic.
We just really wanted to get the butt lightning.
We just really wanted to put something else on the circle button, was what it was.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. It's X'd out, circle for everything.
Yes. Those are the only buttons that you need in a game.
Yeah.
So my boy has said, hold on, Chico, I'll pull it out. That's our indicator that I failed the spear check, which honestly I kind of expected. There were some inopportune spears we've got here, so I've got to go and remove these. Hopefully just these two will be enough. This can always be a little bit of a yikes because the game is checking Trico for spears, but of course he's laying on one side. So if it says, hold on, Trico, I'll pull it out, but there's no spears that you can see, then doing this entire section is pointless because you're just going to have to reset and it'll respawn the spears somewhere else. So it's always a little bit spooky to check Trico out and make sure the puzzle is solvable, basically.
Yeah. Because usually, what will happen if there's a spear in somewhere the game thinks he can't reach, when Trico falls to the ground, the spears will just yank themselves up. Because I've seen it do it in a few animations, and I'm just like, huh, that's weird, but understandable. Have a nice day. And yeah, sometimes the game kind of forgets to do that in certain points. And yeah, it can soft lock you essentially in this section.
So
Chain.
while both of us are taking care of our Trico, who just fought very hard for our safety, we can probably hear some more donations and some more info about these incentives.
Excellent. Well, that $5 train is still rolling along to get this pet cam going. We have Anonymous with $10 who says, 2 tickets for the $5 train, all aboard for the pet cam. We have $15 from Jason LaRose, following up with non-binary codes dono and saying, I am 3 donations in a trench coat. And non-binary code did come back with $30 and says, well, it looks like maybe 3 $5 worth of donos have come in. So as promised, here is my matching $15 double to 30. Must have pet cam. Less than 3. I believe in you, chat. Less than 3. And to update us on that pet cam incentive, oh, we're getting so much closer, y'all. We are just under $2,500 out of that 4,000. We are at 2,486. So we are absolutely making good progress on that. We can keep it going, keep that $5 train rolling, and we will get to see our wonderful pet friends and give them treats. They absolutely deserve it.
And don't forget, #PetCam on Twitter. Let them know.
Yes. We have actually another $5 from non-binary code getting this hype going. Further PetCam Dono Train incentive. If 4 people give $5 donos for the PetCam, I will again match and double them. Please, won't you give for them petos? Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3, less than 3, which was more than 3 less than 3s. We also have Anonymous with $25 with no comment, but thank you very much, Anonymous. We have $25 from Coolbird, who says, what do you mean still no pet cam? I need to see animal. I agree.
He is here waiting for you.
Yeah, my cat's on the desk just being a little loaf of bread. He likes his butt scratches too. He really likes his butt scratches. Yeah, you do. You heckin' do. Oh, you really
So he's
heckin'
basically
do.
just the same as Trico.
Yeah.
So someone asked in chat, why is one Trico blue?
Because I painted him blue. So you can unlock some cosmetic items by giving Trico barrels, and one of the items is a paint a paint bucket for Trico, and you can paint him like red, purple, blue, green, tinted yellow, I think, dark grey, default, and yeah, you can customize them as well. So it's not like a, you know, paint fill-in kind of thing. It's you literally just stand. It's like a kind of like an airbrush almost. That's the word. So you can make it multicolor and whatnot as well. I have default blue robes and blue Trico because unfortunately last month a member of the community passed away, and blue was his favorite color. So I painted my Trico blue, and I am wearing the blue robes in memory of our friend.
And I'm using the standard, like, base stuff
Yeah.
for comparison. I suppose I could put the badge on, but
Yeah, and he also has like a medal, and the medal actually gets a bit more fancy with like each playthrough, and I think it caps at like the third playthrough.
yeah, I think it's 3.
Yeah. Where it basically gets like more wings on its side or something.
And the symbol changes on it. Because it shows like eco letters. And for each playthrough you do, it changes what letter is being shown.
So letters or numbers?
I think it's numbers. It's like the eco script.
Oh, hold on, let me read your dog tag, Trico.
Oh, so I completely zoned out. I did not kill this armor.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Uh-oh. Is that like the upper one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's a pain in the butt. That is a pain in the butt.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Thank-
He did a good job.
Anyway, this entire section is pretty much like auto-scroller. So what we did like earlier, as like Trico was being fed barrels, words are hard. We destroyed like a bunch of stuff, but to get the barrels, and also we destroyed like the armor, like the balconies that they stand on, so that Trico wouldn't get interrupted.
No,
as he was kind of jumping up here. Yeah. Why was that so hard to say?
I fell off my Trico.
No.
No.
What did you do? Sabel, no.
Where am I gonna be? Okay, this isn't so bad. That's fine.
Oh no. Was it like the thing where you like bounce off of Trico?
It was like I jumped onto the broken drawbridge thing, and the boy just like didn't acknowledge it as a place he could stand.
No.
And he's like kind of doing it again. There we go.
I was gonna say he was glitching real hard on that wing.
We Gucci though. It'll be all right.
Trico, please.
Trico, please do a heckin' big jumpies. The checkpoints here, like, so you have more checkpoints earlier on in the game, and later on they're a lot more few and far between. Like we can go like 10-15 minutes without a single like checkpoint reset, which is pretty interesting. Like the game gives you a lot more checkpoints at the beginning, because obviously it's the start of the game, and kind of later on it's just like, you don't need that anymore. You've lost checkpoint privilege, essentially.
Yeah. So a lot of the scariest jumps are in this section, and without the checkpoints, it's gonna be spooky.
Yeah. And also now Trico, so if anyone's like noticed, so Trico's horns and Trico's tail have been like growing back this entire time throughout the game. Anytime there's like, we're separated from Trico or we get nommed, Trico actually like regenerates a bit of like his broken body, his wings get bigger as well. And yeah, he's just been like casually doing that throughout the entire run. And now he's kind of grown his full tail back. He can shoot bolts of lightning, like rapid fire.
Yeah, he's upgraded to like a plasma caster.
Yes. Cast plasma bolt. And shooting down these eyes is like a big oof. Like a big oof.
Yeah,
So
this
Trico-
can go
yeah.
super well or super awful.
Yeah, like Trico wants to jump up onto the ledge. That's like behind me, and he's gonna like keep moving forward. So I have to stand on like the edge of this bridge, so that I can avoid getting hit by his feet. For one. But like, if he were to nudge me somehow, I could just be like yeeted off the side of this bridge and like have to like restart the entire bit again. And have to shoot all these eyes down again, which is so tedious.
What's incredibly funny to watch is Trico looking one way and its tail aiming and shooting the other way.
Yeah.
He has a sentient tail.
Yes, his tail has like its own brain essentially. It's really funny watching it kind of like snake up and be like, where am I aiming today? Oh,
And
come
so
back
the
on.
reason, like, we can do these eyeballs later, but the reason also mine went just like so nice. The reason that we do them now is because we can get them and then get a checkpoint. So then if we die past that point, they'll still be gone. Whereas if we do them at the time you're intended to do them, you have to do them again if you die.
Don't worry, Tech. It's just my TV went into sleep mode and then it like went back on. So the capture card was just like, huh? I sleep now? It's fine. Everything's fine. Weird glitch, huh?
You know, I did so good on these shield mirror glass things, and now Trico just will not even.
He's just vibing right now.
Do you tend to give him like the down command, like after you break the eyes?
No, I usually just like watch what he's doing. If I'm getting the impression that he's just going to do a boost instead of a jump, I'll give him the down command. But otherwise, I
Yeah.
just kind of let him do what he's doing.
Yeah. Because sometimes like he won't actually jump up, he'll just kind of rest his like front legs on the ledge instead. You know, a bit of a weird thing to do. Which is obviously, you know, a hell of a lot slower than jumping up. Because then you have to get him to jump back down and then reposition and then jump back up. And it's just not optimal whatsoever. And this entire section is just like... So we need to make like a runway. So these two towers, very conveniently, have like a runway bridge built into them. That we can use to get back onto the white tower in the middle section. So fingers crossed, make that bridge and then
Oh, come on.
just climbing.
I shot the eye and it didn't count.
Uh-oh.
I saw that. That was rude.
Disrespectful.
Very.
Yeah, hitboxes in this game are also kind of like wonky as well. Like you think you've hit something and really you have not hit it at all.
The boy forgot to turn on his auto lock on mod.
It's like we don't quite know why either. That's the thing. Like there's no explanation why it misses sometimes.
Sometimes it just do be that way.
It really do. It really do.
Would you all like some more donations while we're working on this?
Heck yeah.
Brilliant. I've got a longer one, which I believe, if I've got my poetry formats right, we've got a full sonnet from Onyx Mouse, which reads, Usurpering and SableDragonRook are racing through Team Eco's latest game, but something's missing. How I long to look upon the runner's pets of great acclaim. Let's donate for the cutest cat around, and also for the lizard known as Mort. Will help for education to abound, so girls around the world will not fall short. We still can see the pets get fed some chow. We're over halfway there, so don't stop now. And that was for $50. Thank you, Onyx Mouse, for that
Man,
sonnet.
that was
I
legendary.
love that.
This is beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, even Sindri loved it. He's making an appearance again. What a good cat.
See, we love our good pet friends. We do also have a lot of people jumping on the $5 train, and some of them are buying multiple tickets. So,
Poggers?
yeah, we've got the Knight Who Goes Knee with 5 tickets to the $5 train, please. One for each of my pets to see more pets. We've got Jason LaRose. I am a pair of trench coats, each containing 2 donations. We've got Cheville Tortu again with $10. 2 seats for the $5 train, please.
I love it.
We've got $5 from Sevivi, who says, I'm on that $5 train. Choo choo. Let's get that pet cam, pet cam, pet cam.
Pet cam, pet cam.
And we are $2,548 out of that $4,000. So that train is making its way into the station. Again, we don't have a ton of time left, but again, at any point during this run, once we hit that $4,000 mark, we can absolutely get that pet cam turned on, see our good boy Mort, and get more views of Sindri, who I know is just too eager to be on stream.
He really can't hold back. Like, he really wants to be in the spotlight right now. And he is also in the way of my OBS, aren't you? Knocking my mic. What a wonderful lad.
He has a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
He has
He's
important news.
He's just licking his foot, but like he keeps knocking like his head into the pop filter.
Well, that's important news.
Feet
It's
clean.
His important news is that his feet will be the cleanest.
Yes. You chomping them toe beans, buddy? Good job. He's like the perfect cheerleader. Who always helps, never gets in the way, always helps. And you can just keep the donations coming or plug anything you want to.
Oh, brilliant. We've still got a lot of donations, so we've got $30 from Trainer Anade, who says, cute things require pets. Give all the furry and scaly and feathered things pets and scritches. We've got $100 from Dirty Laundry, who says, our cat Suki would meow at our guests to command them to open the blinds. And it worked. So, like this game in reverse, with the animal commanding the human.
The cat tells you what to do. I love that canon.
Yes. We've got $2 from Vivi, who says, pet cam hype. Loving this run. We have, yes, non-binary code is back and says, I do believe I've seen it go up by at least $5 at least 4 times, so I will continue to stick to my word and match and double them with the $40. All for the petos! Must have pet cam. Pretty please, chat. It's a pet cam. Isn't that worth a $5 dono train? Less than 3! Exclamation! Yes. I agree, chat. If you are able to jump on this $5 train or start a $2 train, we've had a few of those coming in. Again, make sure to select that pet cam incentive when you do that. And that does, again, all go to support Malala Fund, which is just a wonderful cause. And also you can see cute pets and see them get treats. Dragonista also gives $25 and says, our black and white Tegu doesn't like eating barrels, but she loves sausages. Pet cam!
Oh, you have a Tegu! I have a Tegu!
Yay!
Shoutouts to Tegus.
Shoutouts to Tegus.
Which one's the Tegu?
What's a Tegu? It's a lizard.
No, which one is the Tegu?
Oh, Gladio is the Tegu.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Gladiolus or Gladios?
Gladio, as in Gladiolus, yes. From Final
Nice.
Fantasy.
Yes, 15, yes. Love it.
The hunk. I'm sorry, what?
Should I keep going, or y'all have
Just go
ahead,
ham.
go ahead.
Just go
Great.
ham.
It's Jovanar gives $25 and says, Usurp, so proud of you doing these Flame Fatales GDQ runs. Proud of my Team Wildfire teamie. All the best to your run.
Yes, so I'm part of another team called Team Wildfire, and it's like a bunch of amazing, like, supportive streamers and people, and they're all like wonderful beings, and they've all been like super helpful and accepting, and like, yeah, like shouts to Briarfire and Team Wildfire who are just like helping support like my runs and stuff as well. You're all awesome.
Also, just a reminder, I mean, donating in and of itself is a wonderful and lovely thing, but we do also have prizes that you could be entered to win by donating, and I would like to point out that one of the prizes for this prize block is actually a Trico pillow. So with a $20 minimum donation, you could be entered to win a very friend-shaped Trico pillow. So you can go to the website gamesdonequick.com and check out the prizes link there, and you can even see a picture of that friend who could maybe be your friend with a $20 minimum donation.
Yes, we have lots of friends on this stream.
Yes,
Shout out
it
to
is.
friends. Shout
Yes,
out to
shout out.
friends.
Yes, shouts to friends, and
Haha, don't press the window tab, honey. No.
we love our pets. We love our friends. It is officially Pet Day on Flame Fatales, so
We
All
love the
love.
pet hype.
yes, all the love for our pets.
I think Sindri's getting kind of like hangry as well. Like I can just see it in his eye. He's just like, "Mother, where is the food?"
Why have you
But-
not fed me yet?
Oh no. There
See,
you go.
that's the thing about more, like, I have a chat redemption on my stream to just give him treats, and sometimes I have to turn it off because he will continue to eat, like, endlessly. He will just eat blueberries until the end of time. So sometimes I have to be like, buddy, you need to get some exercise first.
On his tiny little legs.
Well, it's a lot of effort when you're a sausage with tiny legs. It's a lot of effort to go anywhere.
Neck with legs.
Whoa, what just happened there?
What's happening?
Oh, we just had a big jump on the pet cam. We are now at $3,615 out of that
Yo.
4,000. So if I'm
Yo.
mathing right, that's like $385 to go on getting that opened up. That is amazing.
Yo.
So big hype, everybody. Let's get that train going. We've got $5 from Warrior of Mars, who says $5 hype train got me on board. Toot toot.
We're so close.
We're so close. We also have $15 from Pillbug Hug, who says 3 pets to the trench coat, please. Thank you, friends, for the memes. I love them.
It's within grasp. It's within grasp. We're almost there, chat. We can do it. We can pet the animals. And feed them treats, and we can pet the tricos, and we can have a great time. I believe.
Have a suspicion I might know where that big jump could have come from, but we have a $1,000 donation from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you so much, Anonymous. That is quite an incredible donation, and
Wow.
it definitely is going to such a wonderful cause.
Thank you
Yo,
so much,
Anon
Anonymous.
looking kind of cute.
Anon is
Cute
looking
Anon.
cute.
Cute Anon. Wait, are we on 69k right now?
Oh, that would be nice.
We are.
Yo, nice. The run keeps getting better.
We also have $153 from Nathaniel23, who says thanks for the entertaining gameplay and good luck to the runners. We have $1,000 from Charbunny. This might have been our pet cam boost. It says, please chat.
Ooh. That's a lot of damage. Wow.
We are getting so close, y'all. We are
We're
at
also getting close to the
36.75
end of the
out of
run.
that 4,000. So final pushes, y'all. We can do it. Let's get our, $5 train hypes, our $2 train hypes. I know we've had some big donations come in, but also these every little bit absolutely helps and makes this event what it is, and is just so incredible. And y'all are doing amazing work. We've got a technicality who's given $2 and says, "Pet cam must see cute pets."
Cute pet ayaya.
Yes. We've got $25 from Anonymous. No comment, but again, thank you very much for your donation. Just checking in on things. Again, make sure when you are donating, if you want to see that pet cam, absolutely do select that incentive on the page when you are going on that donations page. We want to see our pet friends, and our runners are so great. They're we're speed racing, y'all. We're going fast. So we got to get these donations fast too.
Oh Lord, be running.
I think both of us are in the midst of, we're just finishing this first fight now that we've reached the White Tower. We've got one fight left, plus a little bit of stuff to do in an elevator. So we are quickly approaching the end, but we've still got time.
Elevator skip. Yeah. Yay, nay, yay.
I'm just getting to it.
Cool. Yeah, my fight was my end of things going really well. Trico's end, not so much. I had to do a lot of heavy lifting and mirror aiming, unfortunately. So yeah, the fight would have gone perfectly if Trico was just a bit more aggro. So yeah.
Can we just appreciate though that across this 3.5 hour run, the two of us stayed no more than 2 minutes apart from each other, and even that was only for 10 minutes.
I think this is the closest race we've ever had.
Yeah,
Full stop.
anywhere in the community. Yep.
And we've had a lot.
We've been within 20 seconds of each other for essentially 3 hours.
Yeah, that is pretty insane.
And it's been both ways.
Yeah, there's been
you've been ahead of me and I've been ahead of you.
Which is wild. Also wild and wonderful is that we are under $150 left to that pet cam, y'all. Chat, you are doing it. Keep it coming. We're so close.
Very close to pets. We're almost there. We can pet during the end credits. They don't need to set up the next run. Not at all. No, only pets. We can dub this as the animal takeover of Flame Fatales 2022.
Yes, animal takeover. Here for it. We are also getting really close to 70,000 as well. So just so many exciting things. Also, yeah, this comment from Eat the Egg, who donates $100 and just says, "Pet cam." I agree. We have $10 from Non-Binary Code, who says, "All right, for those who can go slightly larger for the train, if 2 people send $10 for Pet Cam, I'll match and double again, plus a little bonus. Pet Cam, good as pedos. Who know? Maybe we'll get lucky and a snoot will get booped." Ooh, snoot boop. I heard snoot boop.
How does Sindri feel about snoot boops?
He's indifferent to a lot of things, to be honest. He'll put up with anything. But I can boop his snoot and then many amount of times.
$63 to go for Pet Cam. Also under 300 for 70K. We are getting so close, y'all.
You guys can do it, I
like
believe.
super sloppy as well. So what we're doing is like, well, what I'm doing is like avoiding the fight, by just activating the mechanisms to open this elevator, without killing a single suit of armor, which is quicker than well, it's supposed to be quicker than killing all of them, but I got grabbed
Alas.
and had to like
Yeah.
re-grab one of them, so yeah. Yes, we were getting very close to Snoop Boops as well, don't you worry. I think this is the last 20 minutes of the run,
Yeah.
maybe?
Last 15 to 20. Whoa, Trico, no. Oh, the
no.
trauma just reappeared in my brain of falling through that hole. So
no.
I was on world record pace by multiple minutes at this point in the game. Probably, I guess it was close to a year ago at this point. And so I was about 3 minutes ahead of world record pace. And Trico grabbed me just like that, like the boy accidentally grabbed hold of his fur for a minute, and I fell through these holes in the floor, and I lost approximately 3 minutes, so I ended up missing world record by like 5.9 seconds. And ever since, my brain is just like, no, never again, I can't cope with this.
To be honest, that would traumatize me as well.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you for that at all.
Friends, we have pet cam.
Yes!
Repeat, we
Turn it
have
on.
pet cam.
I'll get the cat after this fight. Unfortunately, I cannot like.
Yeah, finish the fight, and then
Yeah.
you can get Sindri. But yes, do the speed game. But I believe our tech crew is going to be making sure Mort gets up on screen. So
Yes. Get that
We-
little lizard.
yes.
Must see small sausage with legs.
He's currently hanging out at the bottom of the video frame. I'm sure he'll stand up in a second.
That first phase took so long. Oh my goodness. No, don't let go. Let go. Oi. Oi. Heckin' stramps. Trico, you missed, bud. Okay, you broke the mirror. It's good, okay. What did you? Okay, strange. This fight is not going well for me. This is like another like massive like divider in the run because
Yeah, for sure.
this fight can just go horribly wrong for no reason. It doesn't matter even like what you do. You can even like aim like at the suits of armor and kill them or try and kill them, but the game can just say no, you're not going to. Goodbye. That was a quicker second phase than I would have liked.
I think things have been going pretty standard. Unfortunately, this guy is coming out with a shield. I was very close. Do not. No, not through the door, Trico. Help, Trico. No. Okay, well.
Okay,
you know,
one ice spawn. Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Mash.
No, Sable, no.
Mash.
Things getting spooky over here.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
you
no.
did it. Oh no.
There's one more.
Okay, Trico,
All right.
thank goodness.
Okay, I'm free. I think I'm okay.
That was so stressful. For what reason?
There was one time where one of the armors had grabbed me and Trico went to save me and he smacked me into an open door. And so I just died anyway. I was like, thanks, dude. Thank you.
He was just expediting the process.
He's like, I don't have time for this.
It's like, yeah, it's time to reset. Let's go.
Hey, more pet cam content? Yeah.
More pets,
Okay.
more pet cam.
The fight is finally over. And I'll run and grab His Majesty.
Yeah, fight's over.
Also,
Mort
while you're
gets some
doing that,
blueberries.
I will say we are just under $200 away from 70,000, and we do still have an incentive to give Trico some pets, and we only need just under $200 to get Trico a pet. So I'm just sensing a theme. Chat, if you're feeling like you just need a little more petting, your pet content going in your life, you could do those things, and that is certainly an option. Again, thank you so much for getting this pet cam incentive going so we can see our wonderful friends and letting them get treats and snuggles on the stream.
Honestly,
This is very cute and wholesome, and I'm loving it.
Like $4,000 in like just over 3 hours is like, wow, you all like smashed it. Thank you so much for like all your donations, and like, wow, I'm just like, when words are hard. Yeah.
Words
real.
are
Thank you all so
hard.
much. Yeah.
But yes. Look
Y'all
at these
are
cute
awesome.
pets.
I love how awake Mort is now.
Yeah,
You
well, all I
woke.
had to do was offer him blueberries.
Yep. Now he's like, hello, more.
So, if I can get, you'll hear the rummaging of snacks. I found some treats with like Garfield on them, so that's pretty cool. Love a bit of Garfield. So I just got them because they had Garfield on them. And luckily my cat also likes the treats, so that's good.
But are they lasagna flavored? That's my question.
Apparently they're more catnippy. Hold on. I need to actually like play the game.
How
Losing
dare you
time,
play the
losing
game in the
time,
middle of a
losing
speed
time.
run?
Losing time for like giving my cat treats. Oh no, camera's just like not having a good time. It's okay. He's eating off camera, like, but he is eating. Like, look, you can eat on the camera, maybe. Look. Yes, that's a treat. There is not a treat anymore.
See, now you've put yourself in danger because you've demonstrated you are the one with the treats, and he knows exactly where you live. So.
I'm in danger! But now hopefully he won't jump down because he knows there are treats, like, nearby that I have access to. Yes, there are treats. And they are, yes, they're in that side of the desk. Well done. Good observation, buddy.
And
pretty much,
shout
like,
outs
yeah,
to
go ahead.
both of us staying essentially still neck and neck even while you did that.
Yeah. Like, because what you can do there is, like, you can reset, like, a lot earlier and, just, like, be able to go into the master's chambers super, like, quick. But because I was, like, feeding my cat a treat, that did not happen. And the master is very close to touching me with his yellow goo. The yellow goo? Black glue. Yes, yellow. I can see color.
I will say, Morty just licked the camera. It was very cute.
Did a heckin' big limp.
He just saying hello.
Hello.
Henlo in lizard.
Also, Henlo, we have hit $70,000, y'all.
Yes.
Woo! Let's go. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, and we are $8 away from getting Trico a pet.
Yes. Someone quickly,
Yes.
$8 now.
Yes, let's
So
get
we can-
Trico a pet
we
before
can-
this run is over.
Yeah, so we can pet him at the top of the White Tower in front of the wonderful sunset.
Yes. Let's do it. We're so close.
Kitty.
Here. I can't do it now because I'm running, but I will give it to max it out. Here's the pet.
Pet, 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 pet.
big forehead pet.
Wait, what time are we on
Big
right
yawn.
now?
It's good.
This might be
Oh,
actually
he's sleeping.
PB pace.
I put him to sleep.
Oh, sleepy boy.
sleepy boy.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I
Can
thought
someone-
donate was the chat
Well,
link.
Cat though, and he found that he's looking for heckin' treats now.
Yes.
Yes, we can get you some more treats. Yes, we're gonna enter a cutscene, darling. No. Look, yes, honey. No, stop. You're not supposed to get in there. Stop. Come here. Come here. We can give him a froob,
Ah, yes, the cat froob.
a cat froob, and not get cat yogurt all over me.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, it stinks. How do I do this and show it off? Yeah, I know, honey. Great. Ready? Look, behind you. Come on. Come on. There we go. Look.
That's the problem, is his big butt is in the way.
Yes, you do have a heckin' chunky butt, though.
There, I've done it. I preemptively gave the pet, but I finished off that incentive.
Yes.
Are we in exactly the same spot in that cutscene?
I don't know.
And yeah, y'all are very,
Like within a
very,
second.
very close. Yeah, this is
This is insanely
absolutely
close.
wild. This has been an incredible race to watch. And we
at him
got cute
go.
friends.
Look at him go. Look at him eating the fruit.
Oh, he going, he nomming.
He liked the fruit.
So yeah, I gave Trico a pet at the top of the White
Boy.
Tower for that donation incentive, and he did a big yawn and then he fell asleep right before the cutscene.
Aw, baby. Content.
Yeah, so in the beginning of this cutscene, you saw a bunch of other Tricos come in and put this Baja Blast colored
No,
like
sit.
substance into
Sit.
the White Tower.
Good boy.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that definitely isn't, people or anything.
No,
Don't worry
it's not.
about it.
No, it's not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what it is or what
It's
it could
Baja
be.
Blast.
It's Baja Blast. That's all it is.
Some may say we're having a blast.
Darn it, Yusu.
So this is essentially all going to come down to who gets the better tail drop. Because we are like less than a second apart.
No, you don't. Did you know? Look at this dude. He's maneuvering. Cat. No, you're not supposed to be maneuvering like that, buddy. He knows the treat's in the drawer, but I shut the drawer. And now he's like Mission Impossible style now. Come here.
He's like, I know how to open drawer. I will go in there.
I will go in. Alright, I'll get him to turn around. Can you just turn? Turn. No, not sniff. Turn. No, not the paw. Turn.
See, this is what cutscenes are for in this game.
Good boy. He's like, if I throw every single trick I know, I will get the treat.
Turn. Turn. No, you gotta turn. Go on, you can do it. It's a bit shy. Come on, buddy. Turn. It'll help. It'll help. It'll help. There we go.
Meanwhile, Mort is just off. He's off into his sunflowers. He's like, whatever, I got my blueberries, I'm done.
I also taught him how to like tap. So I taught him how to tap like the controller. So I don't mean tap now. Yeah. So if I can get the camera angle right, I'll try and get him to do like the rest of his party tricks.
So yours wing beats were in sync, by the way.
Oh wow.
They still are, actually, in this cutscene. It's kind of insane.
It's literally going to be the tail drop.
This is kind of scary. Also, like, how we fall off of this Trico as well.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, I got a garbage one as well. Let me off.
I got a meh. Just solid meh.
I got stuck on him.
Oh no. Here, we just made
That's
some
alright.
tanks.
So yeah, one of the last puzzles is using Trico's tail to lightning a I think the orb in the middle. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We are so very close.
yeah, it's
So this isn't
kind
going to
of
be
insane.
PB. It's going to be close to my PB though, which is actually kind of nice. Despite all the hiccups in the run, like a free 20, I'll take it.
Alright, here we go. I'm on the run up to the tail.
Yeah.
I am assuming you must be.
Grabbing onto ledge, jumping off of ledge.
And time is going to happen
Down.
when we hit the master. I will call it out for me, obviously, but
Yeah, and I'll call out for me as well. Come on.
Oh, that was
tail drop
not
looking
good.
sus. Come on, tail. Oh lord. Oh lord. No, tail. Drop. Drop your weapon. Literally drop your weapon. Aiming.
me too.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
One of us could get
I
like
missed.
Oh no. Shot
And
one.
time.
Time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wow.
We were like 3
Oh
seconds
my
apart
God.
or something.
Wow.
That's insane. GG, you guys.
Whoa.
GG's.
Yeah, I know. You tap the controller and you get the treat. What a radical idea. He really wants to tap the controller. So let's see if I can. Yeah, that.
That was exciting. Mort Cam was lagging for a second.
But thanks
I
for all the
fixed
GGs in chat.
Yeah. That was very fun. And look at, oh
That
man,
was
look at our
so
cutscenes. We're
close.
like identical.
Move this way so everyone
Yeah.
can see you.
Incredible job on keeping so in sync and also getting our pets some treats and pets. And even Trico got a pet. Do y'all have
Giving
any
it his
shout outs while we're doing pet friend time?
Sable, you start the shout outs because I'm just feeding the boy him treat.
Oh boy. I mean, shout outs to everybody in the Team Eco community who showed up today. Whether you donated or not, you all are amazing. Like, there's too many to list. I see Stocky's here. I know Aiden's here. Ruby was here. Obviously, Jade commentating for us. You were wonderful. Thank you so much. There's just been so many. And, you know, all of chat who made the pet cam and everything happen. Whether it was little donations, big donations, y'all were wonderful. Shout outs to Walter for finding like Mind Skip and some of these huge things that we used during this run. The Team Eco Discord in general, we're all super friendly. If you like this game, if you like Shadow of the Colossus Eco, whatever, we are all super happy to help. Whether you just want to learn the run or just hang out with people who like those games, like, you're super welcome. Boy, there's so many people. Tic Tac was here earlier.
Yeah,
Like
we had a
the
lot
leader.
of like team support. And I see PDO13
Yeah,
in chat
PDO
as
is
well.
here.
And I'm Stocky.
Villain is here. Like, there's just so many people, and you all are wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, Team Eco Speedrun's more like a family. Really, it's just like definitely the best speedrun community I can imagine, and we're like spoiled for like guides and stuff. Yeah, if you want to get into running this game, we literally have a beginner help section just full to the brim of like video guides, documents, and all that jazz. So we are very, very lucky to be in this community.
Mort
Also,
is trying
ring
to
the
knock
bell.
his camera over.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
real quick, because I did see something in chat.
Yeah.
Jason, do not worry. Trico is okay.
Yeah, we still have quite a lot of cutscenes, and I'm assuming that we'll need to head on to the next run. Jade, did you have any shout-outs?
No, just I basically would shout out the Team Eco speedrun community. Absolutely wonderful people. I joined recently in like February of this year, so but everybody's been incredibly welcoming and warm. So if you are definitely interested, absolutely, like, come hang out with us. We'll help you with whatever game.
And again, shouts to Fumito Ueda as well, for making the game. And I don't know, if we had to list everyone individually, we'd actually be here forever.
Yeah,
also,
true.
shoutouts to GDQ and the Fatales team.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tech, hosts, donators, runners, y'all are amazing.
Oh, yeah, and shout outs
Y'all
to
are just
Theo.
amazing. And shout outs
For
to
sure.
Theo, yeah.
Shout outs to Theo.
Yeah, our friend who passed away, runner of the game, shout out to Theo. You're gone but not forgotten, for sure.
So thanks for having us. Obviously, like, if we have the time, we would be happy to show off these final cutscenes, but in the end, that's going to be up to y'all. You know, these, I would say we've got probably 10 minutes of scenes left between this and the secret scene at the end. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Okay.
So thank you all for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and thank you so much for all the donations.
All right. Well, GG's again to Usurpering and SableDragonRook for that incredible Last Guardian race. That was so much fun to watch. We had so much love coming in for Trico and Pet Cam and all of those great things. So I'm just gonna read a couple more of these donations and catch us back up with things. So we have $5 from Corny Cecil Morty, who says, "Pet that camera." That's what Pet Cam is, right? No? Do the thing! We have $25 from Pocket Spoon, who just says, "Good boy, Trico." Trico is a good boy.
Fucking.
We have $25 from Phoenix Down, who says, "Pet Cam, less than 3, less than 3, less than 3." And again, that Pet Cam was really fun. Thank you all so much for getting that happening. There is still, as you know, so much more marathon going on, so many more fun things happening. I do want to just give y'all a little bit of a heads up on our next incentive that is going to be coming up, which is actually the Saving Marin incentive for our very next run, which is going to be Link's Awakening. And apparently this does require a pretty serious reroute and altering the order that you get the instruments. And it's not actually something that any category of Link's Awakening on the Switch does. So if you want to actually see a version of Link's Awakening that basically doesn't happen in speedrunning, where we actually save Marin, then go ahead and start selecting that incentive on your donations. We are at $1,105 out of the $3,500 needed for that. So we're already nearly a third of the way there. But I just want to make y'all aware of that so you know that's going on. There's also some naming incentives and things coming up for runs later on down the line. But our next thing is going to be that Link's Awakening Save Marin incentive, which does sound really cool. I would like to see that. Also, just a reminder that we are still working toward that bonus game, which is our Elden Ring Any %, which is a milestone donation of $80,000. So we are only $10,000 away. We have just done huge progress on this run. We've been doing great. Y'all are amazing. And again, I would just like to remind you all once again that we are raising all of this wonderful money for Malala Fund. The Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. With more than 130 million girls out of school today, Malala Fund partners with education advocates and activists who are breaking down barriers that hold girls back. All right, y'all. We are going to be heading to a break. So enjoy. And welcome back to Flame Fatales 2022. I am still HeldenSoubrette. I am going to read one quick donation here from SableDragonRook, who sends in $8 and says, "Pet the Trico," which we did get to do. And I'm very glad that happened, and that happened thanks to all of y'all. This is going to be the end of my shift and the end of my time on the host mic for this event. It has been such a pleasure hanging out with all of y'all and helping raise money for Malala Fund. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. There's going to be so many great events and runs coming up, and it is going to be a wonderful time. Much love to you all, and have a great rest of the marathon. I think we are now actually heading over to a prize segment, so take it away, prize team.
Greetings, Twitch chat, and well met. We have much to discuss. Truths laid bare by the fire fatale. Behold, a normal painting, one might suspect. But under the light of the fire, it glows magnificently. For this is the truth of the painting of Carolyn design. It is quite exquisite. But beware what lurks in the dark, for even Samus is concerned with the baby. Richard, I was doing my whole like deal. Oh, all right. I guess we're doing a prize segment. And hello, everyone. My name's Sent. I'm here to talk to you about some of the amazing prizes we have. I mean, come on. This painting by Caroline Design, it's incredible. Like, you just saw its effect under a black light. You could still, see the effect a bit here, even under our regular studio lights. And something that I actually just found out when we were prepping for the segment is because this is a painting on canvas, you can actually see the black light effect through the back of the painting. And that is just so cool. That is a testament to how well designed and composed this painting is. We have so many amazing prizes. Again, if you have not gotten in a $25 minimum donation today, definitely do so, because it's going to get you entered into everything that I'm about to talk about, and it is going to get you right on your way towards our grand prize, which, again, you need to donate $150 cumulatively throughout the entire event, and it is a Nintendo Switch OLED edition, as well as a PlayStation 5, two absolutely great consoles. And speaking about things that are absolutely great, we have the baby, this beautiful Trico plushie sent to us by Core. I was talking about it before the last Guardian run, whether Trico was a cat or a dog or a fox or a dragon. Twitch chat actually answered the question for me. Trico is a friend. This is the shape of a friend. That is exactly what we are here for. It is incredible. Thank you so much to Core for sending it out to us. But we have so many other amazing prizes. Like from our friends over at Retroflame, we have a pair of lovely video game themed candles here. I'm struggling to figure out which one is backwards, as is par for the course, but you won't have to because they are very distinct and very incredible. We've got the Ridley's Breath candle here, which you can see from the fiery red composition of the candle is a very intense cinnamon smell, as well as the Fairy Fountain candle here, which is sea salt and orchids. It definitely has a strong, floral scent. Again, I said it earlier, I'm still not sure why sea salt is always blue, but it's a cool blue color, and blue is my favorite color. So you know what? I'm down for that. We're going to set them over here by the fire, exactly where they belong, and talk about even more of the amazing prizes we have. Now, we have a Link's Awakening run coming up right after this segment. So from Kinda Nerdy Housewife, we have a pair of lovely Link's Awakening themed parlors. Of course, we have Link from the game, as well as the owl. Come on, everyone loves the owl. This is definitely a useful character who does not tell us any superfluous information at all, and is always welcome to show up in cutscenes, right? Okay, well, at least you get this lovely Link Perler from Kinda Nerdy House. Again, the melts on these are just immaculate. They are so smooth from this distance. Again, it's hard to tell that these are even perler beads and not like a solid acrylic. And they are actually both magnets. They've got magnets attached to the back of them, so you can stick them on a fridge. You can stick them on anything that is safe magnetically to do so. From Minturn Makers, we have a lovely set of not just one, but 4 lovely rupee coasters engraved into wood here. Hey, these are wooden coasters, so they are going to hold up to whatever drink you want to put on top of them, cold or hot, whatever your choice of drink definitely is. And they come in, again, 4 absolutely lovely colors here. You can see the designs. They are incredible. Thank you so much to Minturn Makers for sending them out to us. You get the set of 4 as well as a little coaster for them, so you can stick them all in it when you're not using them. Super cool. Thank you so much for sending them out to us. From Billy Phoenix, we have a couple of great prizes here. We have a copy of the game Hades for Nintendo Switch. Hey, you win the grand prize, you could also win yourself a copy of Hades, one of the absolute best roguelike games that's been around in like the last decade. Seriously, Hades is incredible. Speedruns are incredible with just the amount of player expression that is available in all of the different aspects that the weapons have. Casually, it's a great game where, you really do get to, kind of pick a weapon, pick an aspect that feels good to use. I like the Demeter Fists myself. Those are my weapon of choice. But again, you get to choose your own with Hades, as well as this absolutely lovely Link's Awakening style Link amiibo. Again, didn't know they made this, but I love it. It's absolutely so adorable. And again, it comes in this protective box surrounding the amiibo box itself. So it is perfect for any amiibo collectors out there. Fantastic prize. Now, from our friends over at Esclair Studios, we have And I love every time I get to show this off. This lovely Hades shadow box here, showing you Zagreus' journey all the way from the depths of Hades to the surface through all the different realms of the game. It is fantastic, and it's a little hard to see at this angle on the camera, but this is actually a 3-dimensional shadow box. I'll turn it to the side here. You can kind of see the effect on the pillars at the bottom, especially. This is done with layered paper. Yeah, this entire thing is made out of paper, and that is just absurd to me. Esclair Studios' work is so crisp, it's so clean, it's so incredibly well made. How could you not love this? How could you not want this as a prize? Again, $25 donation. Going to get you entered into everything I just talked about and more. Remember to head over to gamesdonequick.com. Remember to check out the tracker because it's got all the information you need on everything to do with the marathon. It's going to tell you all of the upcoming speed runs that we've got. You know, Link's Awakening's coming up. Hades is coming up. Dust and Elysian Tale. That's an indie game that I loved from a couple of years ago. Really, I've actually never seen a speed run of it. I'm really excited to see how that plays out personally. All the incentives that you can put your donations towards, like saving Marin in Link's Awakening. Remember, you don't have to specifically donate for the prizes. You just have to donate at least the minimum donation amount, and $25 is going to get you into everything I just talked about. And you can put that donation towards all kinds of incentives that we have. And of course, all of the prizes, the ones that I've shown, the ones that I haven't had time to do so. There are so many great ones. Go check them out. But don't go anywhere else because you don't want to miss a moment of the action. Flame Fatales will be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Pals 2022 in benefit of Malala Fund. My name is Tozzle, and I'll be your host for this Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening 80% glitchless run on the Switch by our runner EDL666. Since we've just opened a new incentive to pet Cerberus, which is the goodest doggo in Hades, I'd like to read this $50 donation from Zagreus, which says, "Sending money for my fellow pets." Thank you so much for that donation. Now, please stick around for a video from Malala Fund.
This is my favorite place in Waru. Like, I love it because you can see everywhere. You don't have to stretch yourself to go far to say I'm trekking to this side, to this side. You just have to come to the top of the mountain, and this is my favorite place.
This is a video series in which girls from countries around the world are sharing their stories and telling what matters to them.
Hi everyone.
أنا اسمي هدير.
Hi friend, मेरा नाम आकांक्षा है.
This is Roll Call.
Hi, my name is Peace Ayol. I am 16 years old. I am an advocate for girls' education. I live in Waru community, Abuja, Nigeria. I'm interested in girls' education, equal right for women and girls, and the entire growth of citizens in my country.
When I was 10 and I said that I wanted to do something for girls, and I really did not know what to do until we came to this community. This community opened my eyes to so many things, because if I never come here, I wouldn't have known that some girls don't go to school because they don't get encouragement, because everybody has just said that why would you go to school? At the end of the day, you get married, so why bother?
Why would we wait?
Daddy. So on my free time, I go to my brother's school to pick him up, which I'm just from there now.
I focus on girls because I feel like they have so many potential that the world have not seen, but the world doesn't believe in them and they don't believe in themselves. So I just want to be that bridge to make the world see these girls as people who can bring positive change to the community and the nation, and to also make the girls believe that they can also bring positive change to the nation.
As an education champion, the best message you have is to show your own success story. Look at me, I'm in school, I'm now in university, I'm now in college, I want you girls to be like me.
We are running All Girls Must Go to School, where currently we have 17 girls in school. We do competition to promote learning among young people in the community.
So our area of focus is education, health, and empowerment.
So I'm heading to the venue where the rap club is being held.
Oh, hello.
Hi. It's where where young girls gather to learn how to be advocates, to know how to speak up for themselves, to know how to solve issues in their communities, and how they can bring change to their community.
We're going to talk about us as advocates, we're going to talk about us as girls, we're going to talk about us as teenagers, right?
I speak on behalf of every single one of my out of school Nigerian sisters. We have fantastic dreams for our futures, but we can only achieve them if leaders invest in 12 years of free, safe, and quality education.
My mom, her name is Agnes Ayo. I always get my inspiration from her. I want to do better. I want to make her proud because she's always saying I'm making her proud. And if I've done this little and she's this proud of me, I want to do more.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, give it up for none other than the best dancer in this house, Daddy.
Say hey,
AKA AY.
I hope that these stories would have inspired you and that you would share it with your friends as well. And please do not forget to subscribe to our channel.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Flame Fatale's 2022 in benefit of Malala Fund. While we get the game set up, I would like to remind everyone when you're donating to be sure to select a bid war or bonus incentive. We currently have an incentive open for Link's Awakening to save Marin on the bridge. So saving Marin on the bridge changes the routing of the run significantly, and it is not done in any of the speedrun categories. I've also heard that this changes the math involved in the game, and while that is over my bandana, maybe the runner or commentator can give us a bit more information during the run. Saving Marin also gives us a super cute cutscene. We're currently sitting at $1,465 of $3,500, so I know we can get there, chat. Speaking of cute, I would love to hear what you think the cutest part of the remake is. For me, it's the pitter-patter of Link's feet. So please donate at me so I can share it with chat. Speaking of donations, we have a $25 donation from Save Marin. Relevant. Thank you so much for that donation. So it looks like we're ready to start. So please welcome EDL666 for their Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Any% glitchless run. Take it away.